Get ready, North Platte. Pregame Tap Room has a brand new menu you do not want to miss. Catch all of the action on game day with your favorite teams. The Huskers, the North Platte Bulldogs, and the St. Pat's Irish on their big screens. Pair the excitement with our amazing drinks, and you've got the ultimate game day experience. Don't forget to enjoy axe throwing with your friends. Pregame Tap Room, where great food, great drinks, and great times come together. Pregame Tap Room, 1100 South Jeffers Street, North Platte.
A sports presentation. North Platte High Sports on NorthPlattePost.com, FM 98.1 and AM 1410 are brought to you by Another Round Sports Bar and Grill at River's Edge Golf Course, Premier Toyota, Let's Go Places, Kroll Clinic Physical Therapy and Athletic Enhancement, Smokin' Double D's at Butch's in Hershey, Zeller Motors, Bad Apple Repair. Fix your iPhone or iPad. Rooster Roll-Offs. The Gathering Spot. And the Justin Thompson Agency. American Family Insurance.
Herbert in motion. The pitch out to Sam Herbert. He's going to have some space for the legs. Hit the open field. Sam Herbert with the touchdown. I mean, he exploded through that open hole. Ewing's attack finds the mark. 21-13.
Today's game also brought to you in part by the D&N Event Center, Mid-Plains Community College, Runza, Great Plains Foot and Ankle, Farm Bureau Financial, Larry's Glass, Dave's Place, Puro Clean, Bill Summers Ford Honda Lincoln Nissan, Great Plains Health Sports and Therapy, Great Plains Health Home Care Equipment, and Shelter Insurance, Pete Falls and Brent Rogo.
The ball comes out once again, and it's picked up by the Bulldogs. Another fumble, this time from Michael Wojcicki, and North Platte's going to pick it up. Holy moly, yet again this Bulldog defense coming in clutch. As Fuller now fires into Dybert. That one drilled out to center. It's going all the way. Another home run for the Bulldogs. They take the lead, 9-8. Are you believing in miracles right now?
Watch today's game live at NorthPlattePost.com. Brought to you by WB's Fun Center and Brigham's. Here's the voice of the Dogs, Paxton Gordon.
Hey everybody, welcome in. It is time for the first game of the football season. I'm Paxton Gordon here for North Platte High School, taking on the number 3 team in all of Class A football, the Kearney Bearcats. But I'm also joined here by a special guest in today's broadcast. Jeff Smeltzer is taking the toll, a little trek down here with me. Today's lone road game of the season. Jeff, it's good to see you. It finally feels like the football season is upon us after not only high school games yesterday, but college games as well.
Yes, sir. It's upon us.
I can't believe it.
Oh, man. Beautiful day here in Kearney, Nebraska. Been waiting a long time for this, and what a way to find out how good you are. What a way to start the season.
I know. What a challenge you are going to have to be going against the number 3 team in all of the Class A football. Of course, we all know Omaha West Side number 1 with Millard South, another team in this new conference that North Platte will be playing with. They are the number 2 seed or number 2 team in the state. And then Kearney here is the number 3 team. Again, all these are just projections. We don't really know because we haven't played a game of football yet till today, where we'll be seeing really a lot of new lineups from both sides of the ball, specifically North Platte, since that's where we come from. A lot of fresh faces that, yes, you saw last year, but you really didn't see a whole heck of a lot in terms of the totality of the season. Brecken Torres being one of them, Alonzo Torres, both the Torres brothers, on the starting side this time instead of on the reserve unit, and it's going to be quite a challenge for them to go up against this very, very scary and very experienced defense of Kearney.
Oh, for sure. I did have the pleasure last year of taking in some of the JV games,
Yep.
and I saw those guys in action. They're going to do okay. Get the jitters out, get the nerves out. They're going to be fine. They're good ball players, the ones you talked about. There's going to be some other ones that are going to step up, and they're going to do fine too. Unfortunately, you don't want to start with the number 3 team in the state.
You were hoping Omaha Benson maybe
Right.
or Lincoln Northeast to be your first football game, but against the number 3 team in the state, they say though iron sharpens iron, so
Yep.
it could be. I mean, it could be worse. It could be started with Omaha West Side, even though they're not in our conference anymore. But still, it's going to be quite a tough task for the Bulldogs here today, and a lot of fresh faces. But of course, the key to the helm, Caden Johnson returns once again for the Bulldogs. Last year, statistically, 7 of 30 from the throwing field for 103 yards. That's a 23% of throws or completion percentage. Of course, we all know the Bulldogs not a throwing team. He accounted for 486 total rushing yards. That was about 200 less than the leading rusher, who was Xavier Albertson last year on, of course, 85 carries. He averaged almost 6 yards a carry, 5.7, and had a 68-yard touchdown run as well. So the man at the helm is back again under center, and that I think is going to help this team, even though there's a lot of fresh faces out on the field. Having the captain, Caden Johnson, out there, I think is always going to be a big help.
Oh, yeah. 3-year starter at quarterback, if I'm correct.
Yes. Sophomore season, the last year when Colton Tilford, and of course, the Bulldogs upset Omaha West Side. That was his first year starting, and now a third-year starter for this team. I think it's only going to be big dividends specifically.
Yeah, the lights aren't going to be too bright for Caden. He's going to do great. But the other backs, you've got Broman back who carried the ball a little bit, but the Torres boys did not get a lot of carries in the varsity level. But
no, they did. A lot of them, they did get a good amount in terms of garbage time. They did see a good amount of action. But yes, overall, they did not get a whole heck of a lot of experience together. And it's going to be interesting, but I think it'll only be good because Caden Johnson's back, and that's only going to help just calm the nerves of every team and really what the Bulldogs are looking to do this season.
Oh, for sure. And if you've seen him on the base paths or manning center field, he's got wheels. If he gets a crease, he can go. Almost
6 yards a carry last year, and that was kind of crazy to think because that's more than half of a first down right there that he gets off of just one run play. And I think that's only going to help this team, especially when you have some inexperience at the running back position, to know that, okay, you don't have to ask Brecken Torres or Alonzo Torres or heck, even Eli Broman, who is also one of the starting H-backs here for the Bulldogs, to really get big yardages, because Caden Johnson can rip off a good 6 or 7. That puts you in a much easier 2nd and 3 or even 3rd and 1.
Yep. And we haven't touched on the offensive line yet.
Yes. I think that's going to be fun to see.
Yeah, there's a lot of experience up there due to some injuries last year. All these guys had to play a bunch last year. So what are you returning, 4 seniors on the offensive line and 1 sophomore?
Yeah. So the starting unit, we'll get into that offensive line right now. Of all the starters, Carter Dishman gets to start alongside Seth Penn and Logan Bassard. That's a good chunk of that starting unit. Last year, Alex Gove and Logan Chitty also had the starting offense. This year, you got a couple new faces. Jackson Halverson will be on the bench alongside Blake Tonkinson. Jake Kincaid will also be the left tackle this year, which I think is an interesting news and notes because Carter Dishman is part of Nebraska's, according to Hurrdat Sports, there's only 3 players from the Bulldogs that are in the top 33 players to keep your eye on this season. One of them is as I said, Carter Dishman on both the offense and defensive line. Luke Borges kicking for the Bulldogs. Yep. He's also on that list. And then kind of a new face, Trayton Burke, also is appearing on that top 33 players to watch this season, according to Hurrdat Sports. So there are a few names for the Bulldogs this season that have appeared on some national recognition. So this team does have a couple young faces that are exciting to see. And then talks about the offense defensively, a whole new secondary. And I think that's going to be really interesting to see against a high-powered Kearney offense that is going to throw the ball as much as they do when they do run it. So you got Harper Whitney will get the start at left corner, and then Javan Reyes will be on over at right corner. So some fresh faces to the varsity lineup, and it'll be quite a challenge to go against some speed on this Kearney side. Zaire LeGrone Miller gets the start alongside Caden John and Maddox Miller, and then Reese Bertrand, the big tight end, also will get the nod. So the Bulldogs going to have some tasks to do defensively, and we all know last year defensively they could have been a little better.
Yeah, they gave up a big plays every once in a while. They fell victim to that. You talked about the defensive backfield. They've got plenty of speed. Javen Reyes is a sprinter on the track team, and Harper Whitney's a soccer player. He's very quick. And, Caden Jonasson, his speed, and Rance Hofstetter, he's got wheels as well. So there's plenty of speed back there. Just know your assignments. Don't break down.
I think the problem, and I talk with Coach as we get into our quick stop, our coaches interview here in a couple of minutes, but the problem really last year seemed to stem from the fact that tackling was a big issue for this Bulldogs team. It's not like they weren't in good positions to make plays to stop those big plays from happening. It's just they couldn't wrap up to secure the stop, and that really got a lot of teams rocking and rolling more than I think Coach Altig and this defensive staff wanted to really get going.
Yeah, and you're going to have to tackle an open field today because Kearney's they're going to go from sideline to sideline. They're going to stretch you deep. They're going to run crossing routes across the middle.
They're not a basic offense. They are a very complex 3-wide receiver unit that will throw everything at you, and that's not even talking about Sam Noctegal, who will be their starting runner back. He can spread the floor. He can spread the field from either out of the backfield or even just a run up the middle.
Yeah, so you've got to tackle. You've got to tackle in open space, and I think that's what hurt them last year against this team. Mm-hmm. And if things break down, their quarterbacks have always been known to run. Yeah, Griffin. They'll take off.
And it also helps for them that Griffin Novacek's back. 65 rushes, 328 yards of rushing, and 5 touchdowns to go along with it. So he is a dual threat option himself. But we'll step aside and we'll take a break. We come back. It'll be more of our quick stop pregame show. I sat down with one Coach Altig to have a talk for the first game of this season between the Kearney Bearcats and, of course, North Platte High School. When we come back here to Cope Stadium here in Kearney, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming, NorthPlattePost.com, sponsored by Wild Bill's Fun Center.
We're always open right around the corner. Quick Stop.
Save money at the pump at Quick Stop with the Dino Pay app. Dino Pay offers contactless payment using your preferred debit or credit card. The savings add up with 12 cents per gallon and even more on Tuesdays and Thursdays with rollbacks for savings of 15 cents per gallon. Huge savings. The Sinclair Dino Pay saving you at the pump. Don't forget Frazzle Gourmet Slushes and For Real Shakes and Smoothies. Gourmet coffee at everyday low prices on your favorite beers.
Quick Stop.
Foot and ankle pain holding you back? Great Plains Foot and Ankle is here to help. Whether you're dealing with turf toe, sprains, fractures, Achilles tendon issues, sports injuries to your foot or ankle, or need custom orthotics, their expert team provides the personalized care you need to get back on your feet. Don't let discomfort slow you down. Take the first step towards relief today. Call 308-532-3600 or visit gpfootandankle.com. Great Plains Foot and Ankle, because every step matters.
Bill Summers knows summer storms and hail can wreak havoc on your vehicle. Experience damage? Don't wait. Bill Summers is ready to assist you with all your questions about gap insurance, what to do next, and can guide you through the process if your car is totaled. You don't always have to wait for your insurance check to get back on the road. Bill Summers offers immediate purchase options so you can drive away today and enjoy the ride. Weather the storm with confidence. Call or visit Bill Summers in North Platte today or go online 24/7 at billsummers.com.
PuroClean of North Platte delivers fast water, mold, and fire damage restoration services to the North Platte area. PuroClean knows how challenging those times can be to you and to your family. Their Nebraska-based experts have a winning, reliable combination of training and equipment partnerships. Local, fast service in the North Platte area. Their average on-site time is 60 minutes, and they'll coordinate with your local insurance provider. Give PuroClean a call now at 1-800-775-7876 and schedule a visit from a member of the team at PuroClean in North Platte.
This is the Bulldog Pregame Show from FM 98.1 and 1410 AM. Presented by Quick Stop. Always open right around the corner. Quick Stop.
Hey everybody, Paxton Gordon here. Quick Stop pregame show for the first game of the season between North Platte High School and the Bearcats. I'm joined as always by head coach Kurt Altig. Coach, I finally can say that it's game week, and I know you're probably just as excited as we are to get it underway and hopefully escape with a W here.
Yeah, it's always good for school and football to start in August, and we've put in a good fall camp so far, and we're ready to go.
How do you feel about this week's worth of practice? Has it felt a little different because it's game week compared to the other fall practices as you've talked about, or do you feel maybe it's business as usual?
We try to keep, our routines and everything as close to a normal week as we possibly can, just so, when game week starts, we're not trying to, reinvent the wheel. It is nice, after that first week where you can't really play real football, the second and third weeks getting into it, it's just our normal routine and just preparing for Kearney as well as we can.
Love to hear it. Of course, new season comes with some new faces, a lot of new faces on the starting lineup this year, specifically at running back Eli Broman, the lone returner from last season that really got to see a lot of consistent playing time. Brecken Torres and Alonzo Torres will get a good chunk this season. Really take me through how you felt their offseason has gone as they've prepared for this increased role that they're going to have.
Luckily we have, a lot of experience returning as seniors. A lot of those guys have played a lot of varsity snaps, maybe not at the position that they're playing now offensively, but defensively, with Lathan Huntsman and Brecken Torres, those guys have played quite a bit. And so, in our system, we're just kind of a plug and play. We're kind of a next man up mentality, and, we've been fortunate to have some real dynamic playmakers over the last several years, and it's nice to be able just to plug new guys in there and have them take over for them.
And they really, in those times, Brecken Torres saw some action last season early on at running back. He really exploded onto this team in those times that he was given the opportunity. Same thing with Alonzo Torres towards the end of some of the games. But really what I wouldn't say has changed too much, but will still be a focal point of strength, the offensive line this year. Good number of returners, and a lot of them that I saw during media day looked like they bulked up pretty well compared to last season, and looking to be another force to be reckoning with up front.
Yeah, the linemen have been in our system for a long time, and sometimes, coming into the flex bone, it's different offensive line play than pretty much any other offense out there, and these guys have been in for such a long time. And, fortunate parts about it is, two of our guys probably aren't going to block anybody on the front line every single play. So, it's about getting themselves in position and going blocking it at the different levels. And we got a good group, and they've been playing together for a while. And, we look forward to lean on them as we start smash mouth football.
When it comes to, of course, a flexbone offense, it's Bulldog football, been like that for a while. If you had really a preference of what you would want returning more, whether it be offensive line or skill position, which one would you choose to have more of the experience in rather than the other?
Well, I'm an old offensive lineman as it is, and those are the guys that do all the work and don't get any of the credit. Having a good, solid offensive and defensive line up front is always where you want to start and build your program. So having those guys back is good. Not that our running backs don't do a good job, but having those big guys in front of them clearing the way always helps.
Yep. And then switch over quickly to the defense here. Another good group of guys out there, specifically cornerbacks and secondary, still maintaining that speed we saw last season, even if there was a couple of big plays given up. How are you looking to, not only this game against Kearney, but throughout the season, really try to reduce those big plays that we saw every once in a while during some of the weeks of football?
We're replacing quite a bit in our secondary. And our focus this fall so far with our secondary outside of coverage is being able to come up and force tackles. If people are going to run their really fast guy down the field and throw it as far as they can and he goes and catches it, it is what it is. We want to be able to come up and make people have to throw the ball over the top to beat us. And right now we got some guys out there that don't have a ton of varsity experience, but we're looking for them to come up, play downhill, limit the run game, and, make them have to throw it to beat us. And
it felt like last year that the big plays didn't really come off of getting beat down the field. It was more of that tackling. And last year it felt kind of weird during the offseason just because of the abnormal heat structure that you guys had. A lot of practice had to be readjusted and moved around. This year, now that you had more of a structured approach without too much of a fear of the heat, do you really think that has helped in terms of making sure they're ready for those contact hits, or do you feel last year kind of just was not that the heat played a part in it, just they needed you as a team, you need to do better tackling?
As far as our fall camp last year, I don't think I did a very good job of getting us prepared tackling. It's kind of a double-edged sword. You want to stay as healthy as you possibly can. and going and beating yourselves up every single day at practice isn't necessarily, a great way to do that. But this year we've really focused on, at least a couple days a week getting after each other, getting 11 hats to the football, gang tackling and hopefully shoring up those tackling. Obviously, we can prepare them as much as we possibly can during practice. And when you get in a game, it's always just a little bit different. As far as the heat goes, it's been great to be able to, go out to practice every day and not have to worry about going in the mornings or going late because, I'm a big believer in routines. And as long as we can keep our routines, the same, from week to week, that really helps out our program.
Now moving on to the front seven here. Still, as we talked about, to go along with the offensive line, a lot of good returning starters to come back as well as some new faces that look to make an impact. Really take me through their progression this offseason that makes you excited for what they can produce this year.
It's nice seeing those guys. Again, lots of them have played since they were sophomores, and just the progression of maturity they go through where now this year, they're seniors. This is their team. This is their opportunity. They only have 9 guaranteed games, and we're going to have to go out and play well to guarantee them more games. It's just nice to see them come and, mature and become solid leaders and, not only leading by their voices at practice, but leading by examples to show, the younger cats how we play Bulldog football.
Well, we'll step aside here, quick stop pregame show. When we come back, we will have our talks about Kearney, the first team the Bulldogs will be seeing this season, right here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming NorthPlattePost.com, sponsored by Wild Bill's Fun Center.
The DNN Event Center wishes everyone a great sports season. With North Platte and Nebraska weather, things change quickly and can make our lives a little more difficult. Thank goodness for the DNN. The DNN offers hourly rentals for all types of sports practices, including turf, courts, batting cages, and equipment usage. Call the DNN Event Center to schedule your team's practice times and for more league information for all sports seasons. For over 30 years in our community, for your next event, the DNN Event Center.
Where do you go for wings?
Dave's Place.
Where do you go for pizza?
Dave's Place.
What about cold drinks, a family atmosphere, and nightly specials?
Dave's Place.
Sounds like a sweep for Dave's Place. Pizza made from fresh dough, drink deals, and yes, the best pizza and wings.
It's Dave's Place.
Dave's Place on East 4th Street or at davesplacenp.com.
Order it, carry out, DoorDash. Dave's Place. Whoop, whoop.
If you'd like to start feeling better today, physical therapy can get your health back on track. This is Dr. Chris Kroll at Kroll Clinic Physical Therapy, and our mission is to serve you by equipping you with the power to reclaim your health. Whether you're dealing with chronic pain, acute injury, or following surgery, we take great pride in helping you return to the activities you love. Kroll Clinic Physical Therapy, balancing bodies, restoring life. Most insurance is accepted and no facility fees.
Can you feel it? The feeling of starting something new. The feeling of success. At Mid-Plains Community College, our instructors are ready and willing to support you on every step of your educational journey. Whether you're just starting out or changing careers, MPCC can help you transform your future. Learn more by visiting our website at npcc.edu. That's npcc.edu.
This is the Bulldog Pregame Show from FM 98.1 and 1410 AM. Presented by Quick Stop. Always open right around the corner. Quick Stop.
Welcome back, everybody. Here, quick stop pregame show. Pax Gordon joined alongside by Coach Kurt Alton. Coach, you got a tough task to start this year, as you did 2 years ago, facing off against a Kearney squad that currently is ranked number 3 in all of the Class A state Nebraska football. So really take me through what your early scouting has come across with this team. A lot of good returners, even though they lost a couple of some key pieces offensively, still returning a great quarterback and then some great pieces to go with them.
One thing you always know about Kearney is they're going to be really well coached. They're going to come out, they're going to have a solid game plan, and they return one of the fastest kids in the state. Yep. So, our job is to make sure that, we can keep everybody in front of us and sure up and make good tackles. We felt we've played over the last 3 years, we've kind of played Kearney really, really well. It's just a few things in the end, a turnover here, a penalty there. And they have dynamic playmakers, and they're going to take advantage of it. So, our plan is to, play our brand of football, try to limit our mistakes and try and take advantage of theirs. And we feel real confident going into this game that, we can come out with a win.
That's what you love to hear. Of course, I wouldn't call it technically like a second home game, but not as far as a travel for not just the team, but the parents as well. So do you feel maybe there's a little bit of help coming from the support of the fans and the parents that are able to attend this game compared to other times when you go out to like an Omaha West Side or a Millard South?
We don't really know how to do it if we don't leave before noon, But no, it's nice, it's people think, well, it's, an hour and a half for some schools. It's a long ways. For us, it's, just a little jaunt down the neighborhood. But it's nice having a great home crowd. Kearney's gonna be packed, and it's their first game. They're gonna have their rowdies there, and we kind of cherish that. And our job is to take the ball and march it down the field and quiet their crowd, and we take pleasure in that. This year, we're just gonna make sure that we score touchdowns instead of turn the ball over on the 2 or 3 yard line.
If you remember last time Bulldogs went to Kearney 2 years ago, great opening quarter, just unfortunately fumbled within the 5 yard line twice, and that really thwarted their momentum. But we already talked a little about the keys that you are looking forward to against this Kearney squad. Let's go through each section of offense and defense and what you're looking for from each side as you get to that game day.
Offensively, we're just going to do what we do. We've done enough to win games last year offensively. We're going to play our brand of football. We're, 3 yards, 4 yards in a cloud of dust. We're going to keep their dynamic offense over on the sidelines watching us and, hopefully tire out their defense. One thing about the first week or the first 2 weeks of the year is trying to keep guys, your main position guys on the field. Again, no matter how much you prepare people for a game, it's still just a little bit different. So, we'll have some intricate ways to get guys a little bit of rest here or there. So when the fourth quarter comes around, we can still have our offense grinding out there and running the clock. Defensively, last year they took advantage and they really didn't throw the ball very well because they didn't have to because they kind of ran it all over the place. And, our job is to, come up, tackle, limit their run game and make them have to throw it over the top if they're going to beat us.
Perfect. You've been close in the last couple of seasons, but I think now might be the time. Coach, good luck this Friday. I can't wait to see you after the game when you take and defeat Kearney coming up.
Hey, thank you very much.
We'll be back here with our Quick Stop pregame show, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming, NordPlattePost.com, sponsored by Wild Bill's Fun Center.
Even if it's been years since you graduated, your college team is your team for life. Well, you can have a Farm Bureau agent for life, and auto, and home, and business insurance. Imagine that. One insurance agent for everything. It's that simple. So get a Farm Bureau agent for life.
Visit Jay Engel in North Platte at www.fbfs.com.
Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company.
Attention, North Platte and surrounding communities. Great Plains Health Home Care Equipment is now proudly serving you from their new location at 220 West Leota Street, Suite 1, right next to Great Plains Urgent Care. Their expert team is here to meet all your home care needs. Whether you need wheelchairs, mobility scooters, lift chairs, or more, they've got the equipment to make your home safer and more comfortable. Call Great Plains Health Home Care Equipment today at 308-568-8510 and take the first step towards regaining your independence.
This is the Quick Stop pregame show. We'll have coaches, interviews, and more here in just a little bit as we get you ready for your game here on the radio tonight. But time to look around the area with area high school football scores and games today. We'll start with games that were played last night from the area. Season opened up last night. Hitchcock County, a big winner over Brady. Falcons blanked the Eagles 68-0 last night. Hitchcock County going to be good again this year. I think they're going to be really good. Garden County over Crawford last night, 59-13. It was South Loop, the Bobcats over Hemingford, 54-36. Hyannis over Kimball, 30-12. Maywood Hayes Center squeaks one out against Wilcock Hildreth. 19-18. Wolves get the win over the Falcons. And Sandhills Thedford over in Selma Myrna last night, 58-16. Class A tonight, this game on FM 98.1. You can watch it here on NorthPlattePost.com. North Platte at Kearney. Should be a fun one here this evening. Class B, McCook returns to Class B this year. They've played C1 last couple of years. McCook belongs in Class B, and they will play Beatrice tonight at Wyland Field. Class C1, Shadron taking on Broken Bow this evening. Chase County is home to Yuma, Colorado. And the game on Flat Rock 100.7, Gothenburg at Ogallala. Quick Stop pregame show underway now with that one as well. Class C2 tonight. Can't believe there's only one team from C2 in the area now, and that's Hershey. And they are on the road at Gibbon this evening. 8-man ball, Bridgeport on the road to take on North Platte St. Pat's this evening. Maxwell is hosting Sutherland this evening. Mullen on the road at Sandhills Valley. Perkins County at Dundee County Stratton this evening. And in 6-man ball today, Arthur County versus Wallace, Hay Springs versus Paxton, and Juanita Palisade versus South Platte. There you go. Now you know the game's going on today. We'll continue with Quick Stop pregame show after this.
Thanks for listening to the Quick Stop pregame show. They have 27 locations open 24 hours a day. Quick Stop. Game time is just moments away on FM 98.1.
Great Plains Health Orthopedics in North Platte is ready to serve you with board-certified orthopedic surgeons and a team of medical professionals who specialize in hip, knee, and shoulder joint replacements and revisions, minor to complex hand injuries, sports medicine for both the serious athlete and the weekend warrior, new and innovative operative and non-operative procedures, and work-related injuries. Same-week appointments are available. Call Great Plains Health Orthopedics today.
Your health is our mission. Great Plains Health.
This is Kathleen Matthews, Vice President and Commercial Lender at Western Nebraska Bank. As a previous business owner, I understand how to collaborate with businesses to meet your financial goals. This is an exciting time to be a business owner in North Platte. Whether it's equipment, real estate, or operating cash that you need, we make decisions quickly and locally to help you meet the expanding business needs in North Platte. Call me today at 534-4488. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Western Nebraska Bank. Bank on us.
This week at Gary's, $3.99 a pound of tube, 10 pound of 80% ground beef, $2.99 a pound of baby back pork ribs, 6 for $2 of sweet corn, and $4.99 a pound of eye-round roast. And all of this and so much more for this Labor Day weekend. Gary's Superfoods has 3 locations to better serve you on East 4th, the Westfield Shopping Center in North Platte, and McCook.
We've got what you want, we've got what you need. Your satisfaction is guaranteed.
This week at Gary's, $3.99 a pound of tube, 10 pound of 80% ground beef, $2.99 a pound of baby back pork ribs, 6 for $2 of sweet corn, and $4.99 a pound of eye-round roast. And all of this and so.
Are you ready to embark on an exciting new career? Larry's Glass has been a trusted name in custom glass design for over 40 years, and they are seeking a skilled glazier to join their team. If you have a passion for precision and craftsmanship, this is the perfect opportunity for you. Install glass in commercial, residential, and auto settings. Get paid while you train for a new career. Stop into Larry's Glass at 211 West 5th Street, North Platte, and discuss how you can be part of their team and build a fulfilling career.
The Bulldogs play here on FM 98.1 and 1410 AM, KOOQ AM, North Platte. Merrick's Ranch House is a proud supporter to bring you this game. Dine in, order online at merricksnp.com, use DoorDash, or call 532-8200 for carryout. Merrick's Ranch House.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to Kearney, Nebraska, and Cope Stadium, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming NorthPlattePost.com, sponsored by Wild Bill's Fun Center. First game of the season, Bulldogs taking on the Bearcats of Kearney. 8-2 last season for Kearney, 2-7 for North Platte High School. Let's get into our Owls Lock and Safe keys to the games. Jeff Smeltzer, let's start on the offensive side of things. Really is slow and steady wins the race. I think that's the name of the game here. But also, more importantly, keep the turnovers to a minimum. We saw 2 years ago in this exact stadium, the Bulldogs got off to a hot start in the first quarter against what was a strong Kearney team, but fumbled it all the way on the 5-yard line twice in back-to-back possessions. I think if they can minimize the turnovers, we could be looking at a very, very competitive game offensively.
Oh, for sure. And, to go along with the turnovers, penalties.
Yes.
Especially
Huge.
the pre-snap penalties, the false starts, the, legal procedures. They do a lot of shifting. Let's keep it clean. we don't want to be 1st and 15, 2nd and 10, 2nd and 12.
Because this offense does not operate well behind the line of scrimmage, behind the normal set. Now for the defensive keys to the game for North Platte High School as the Bearcats run onto the field for the first time today. Really defensively is again, be hold on the penalties, no holdings, no pass interference, but also wrap up, tackle. That was a huge thing for this Bulldog unit this season during the offseason has been tackling, wrapping up, making sure that they can complete plays because we know the Bulldogs can get in position to make these plays. Just last year they couldn't convert on it.
Yeah, they're going to get you in one-on-one matchups, and you're going to have to tackle in space.
Yes, you are.
You're going to have to. I know your assignments. Don't get out of position. Don't get lost looking in the backfield. Know what you're supposed to do and execute.
All right. Let's jump into our Double Dip Ice Creamery starting lineup. Double Dip Ice Creamery in the historic Canteen District in North Platte offers 24-plus different flavors of hand-dipped ice cream served in a variety of ways. Double Dips also offers homemade waffle cones and bowls alongside homemade fudge and freshly baked desserts. Hey, plus they also have the ice cream trailer for all your outdoor events. I'll start on the side of Kearney and the Bearcats. Of course, under center, their cornerback yet again. Griffin Novacek will get the start alongside right behind him. Sam Noctegal, the number 21, he rushed for 118 yards last season for the Bearcats. Josh Dolans will be right beside him with Reese Bertrand at tight end. Zaire LeGrone Miller at wide receiver on the far side, and then Caden John on the near side. And then now Jeff Smeltzer. Give me what you got for North Platte for their starting lineups.
All right, if Kearney has the football, North Platte's defense is going to look like this. Your defensive ends are going to be number 40, Gabe Moreno, and Jake Kincaid, number 55. Your interior defensive tackles, Carter Dishman and Jackson Halverson. Outside linebackers will be Eli Broman and Trayton Burke. Lathan Huntsman will be your middle linebacker. At corners, Harper Whitney, Javen Reyes. Your safeties, Caden Jonason and Rance Hofstetter.
So now it's ready to play some ball here today. I'm excited to get things rocking and rolling. And FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming, NorthPlattePost.com. Our video sponsor for today, Wild Bill's Fun Center. As we're ready to look things rocking and rolling, and I think, Jeff Smeltzer, you are correct. It will be... Actually, the Bulldogs will be the ones returning here to start this ball game off.
First game for us too, so we got it backwards.
We got it backwards. Flip it on up as back to go for the side, and kicking for Kearney will be one. Pull it up here. Jake Craxel will be the one who will be kicking today for the side of Kearney with deep to return. I believe Javen Reyes on the far side.
Harper Whitney looks like he's on the near side.
So a lot of the young faces back to return for the Bulldogs. Didn't really get to see much of that last season. A lot of good Class A schools kicking it right out the back of the end zone. But Kratzel will get ready to rock and roll here for Kearney and the Bearcats to start today's game. As the Bulldogs once again will be receiving. Don't know if that was deferred or if that was a change as...
Kratzel isn't going to hide from anybody with those pink shoes. You'll spot him in a crowd.
Can't miss him from anywhere. But Kratzel will finally get ready to rock and roll, and we are just about to start, and we will start this football season underway between North Platte and the North Platte High School Bulldogs and Kearney and the Bearcats, and that will go into the end zone for a touchback. And just like that, here comes the Bulldogs starting offense for the first time here today. Of course, Caden Johnson under center for the third time in his career, 486 total yards rushing last season for the Bulldogs. Really, the majority of the statistics for the Bulldogs comes from Caden Johnson. Alonzo Torres will line up right behind him. To the right will be Brecken Torres, and to the left, Eli Broman. Max Negley to the near side, far side, Brady Handeborg for the Bulldogs. 4-3 defense for the side of Kearney and the Bearcats. Johnson under center. In motion, Broman. The handoff to Torres right up the middle, and he will fall forward for maybe 1 to 2 yards. Start this game off for North Platte High School on the ground. They'll say it's a 2-yard pickup, making it 2nd down and 8. Again, this Bulldogs offense, ground and pound the whole way forward. Torres last season, 83 total rushing yards on 15 rushes, 5.5 average for North Platte. 2nd down and 8. Johnson under center once again. In motion comes Eli Broman. Johnson's going to lose the football on the snap, and he'll fall back 2 yards, and now it's 3rd down and 11. Early procedural issues as the snap for the Bulldogs will unfortunately fall short, and Johnson lucky enough to jump on it.
Well, this isn't what you wanted to see. You don't want to be in 3rd and 11, 3rd and 12.
Mm-hmm. Especially in this offense, which is needing to snip away on a 1st down margin as Johnson under center once again. Very heavy package for the Bulldogs. Brecken Torres in motion. The pitch out to Brecken Torres. He has some daylight. Will cut back upfield, and he will fall around the 25-yard line. So a good pickup for Torres. A heap of blue jerseys in the area, though it will be 4th down and 5 for the Bulldogs here on their first possession, and they will bring in the kicking unit. So a 3 and out for North Platte High School right off the rip. And now let's see what their defense can do. Is back to kick Luke Borges for North Platte High. Good running room for Brecken Torres, but yet again, that little bit of a snap issue on that 2nd down really hurt the Bulldogs.
Oh, yeah, you take an 8-yard gain any day, but when it's backed up and you're looking at 3rd and 11.
As Rhett Mundorf will point on the floor, he'll pick it up at the 35-yard line. Now at the 45, will cross midfield and get to about the 48-yard line. So Rhett Mundorf, of course, if you knew, Rhett Mundorf plays a lot of baseball for the side of Kearney. Gets tackled out of bounds by Rance Hofstetter, and we have a flag around the 50-yard line on the far side of the field. Might potentially be seeing a holding call on the side of Kearney, as they're going to go have a talk with Coach Kurt Altig. Maybe. Actually, we're going to have a... So, foul will go against the side of Kearney and the Bearcats. So they would have started around the 48-yard line. They'll now start their first offensive drive well deep into their own territory at the 36-yard line. So Kearney already started on the back foot for Griffin Novacek. And the offense here, Novacek, 622 yards passing, 47 for 81, 58% completion percentage for the Bearcats last season. 4 wide receivers set, 2 to the far side, 2 to the near side. In motion now with it come the Bearcats as Novacek gets the snap. Handed off to Noctegal on the far side. He will break through 1 tackle and will not break through the 2nd line of defense. Great tackling from the Bulldogs right up front at the line of scrimmage. I believe getting the tackle on the far side for the Bulldogs. Jace Powell might be the one receiving that tackle for this Bulldog defense.
Yeah, good penetration that time by Lathan Huntsman. It hit him first in the backfield. Couldn't quite bring him down, but nice pursuit by the Bulldogs. Brings up 2nd and 12, 2nd and 13 maybe.
Big stop there as now here comes an option play for Novacek. He'll take it up the middle. He'll now pull his way forward to the 40-yard line as he's tackled there by Caden Johnson. So a good chunk of yards for Griffin Novacek will make it, I believe, 3rd down and 7 at the 41-yard line for the Bearcats here. And their opening possession tied 0-0 with 9:02 left to go here on the Wicked Fast scoreboard. 3 wide receivers set. Zaire Legrone Miller to the near side, 2 to the far side. Noctegal still in at running back. Novacek steps back. He's looking to throw. Still looking. Now we'll advance up into the pocket with some daylight. Now we'll go to the far side. He'll be tripped up.
Nice.
Good tackle in the open field there. I believe Harper Whitney will get his first tackle, but unfortunately it will be enough for the 1st down. 5-yard pickup for Griffin Novacek makes it 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line now for the Bearcats, but great open field tackle by Whitney.
You know, that's what we talked about in the pregame, is he can take off and run. But it was an excellent job with that open field tackle, getting him by the shoestrings.
Could have been more. He was the last line of defense for a little while. As now at the 46-yard line of the Bearcats, here comes Kearney. 3 wide receivers to the near side. Noctegal still in at running back. Novacek will now keep it himself and go up the middle. Nice patience from Griffin Novacek, and he'll fall forward under a heap of Bulldogs past the 50-yard line and now make his way to about the 48-yard line. So a pickup of 7 makes it 2nd down and probably 3 for the side of Kearney, as Novacek now waltzes his way back to the sideline to get a read from Coach Brandon Kuhl and this offense. North Platte trying to get things stopped here. Josh McBride, defensive coordinator, trying to work something together. 2 wide receivers to the far side. Zaire Legrone-Miller to the near side.
Watch a play-action pass here.
Novacek hands it off to Noctegal up the middle. He's going to waltz his way forward and fall past the first down marker by 2 yards. So a pickup of about 5 for the side of Noctegal. And with that, Sam Noctegal will give a first down for the Kearney Bearcats and moving their way down the field now at the 41-yard line in Bulldog territory.
And Sawyer Schilke just checked into the game for the Bearcats.
Schilke, a Kansas State commit on the defensive side of things. 7:12 left to go here in this first quarter on the Wicked Fast scoreboard. Now a heavy package for this Bearcat offense as Novacek now will hand it up the middle once again and spinning
tackle
down. There's Levi Pofall and a great open field tackle on the side there of Lathan Huntsman. Yet again explodes through the middle and stops Pofall. And with that, a loss of 1 for the Bearcats offense.
Way to read the play there by Huntsman.
So far, 2 big tackles almost by Lathan Huntsman. And of course made almost a big tackle for a loss on the first run of the game for the Bearcats, and then makes another great open field tackle to stop Levi Pofall. And with that, it's 2nd down and 11 for this Bearcats offense. Now back to their 4 wide receiver set, 2 to the near side, 2 to the far side as Griffin Novacek steps back and will roll to the right side. He'll keep it on this design quarterback keep. He turns back the other way and is stopped for a big loss. This Bulldog defense yet again making a stop there. Relief for North Platte High School in on the tackle. Carson Davis on the defensive line.
I think Trey Burke was in there too.
And Trayton Burke. So big combined tackle will push it to a 3rd and 12 on the read option. Bad call from Griffin Novacek, and now it's 3rd and long for this Bearcat offense. 3rd and 13.
Nice pursuit that time by Jake Kincaid. Couldn't get him on the initial hit, but again, nice pursuit by the Dogs.
Novacek stepping back, looking to throw it. Plenty of time going deep into the end zone. Stumbling and falling, and it's caught and waltzing his way in. Caden John is falling there on the near side. Harper Whitney was in good coverage of Caden John, but unfortunately tripped in pursuit. And with that wide open touchdown for Caden John, the first of today's ball game. And with that, a nice starting drive for the Bearcats that start at their own 36, comes all the way down for a touchdown. It's now 6-0 on the Wicked Fast scoreboard with 5:31 left to go.
Yeah, unfortunate. Harper Whitney was step for step. They did a little hand fighting, lost his balance. He went down, left the wide receiver wide open.
And that one's going to be blocked up front, but they're going to call an offsides. I believe jumping on that, I believe that's Javen Reyes on the outside. Jumped a little too early, got the block, but they'll redo the kick following the offsides from Reyes. Craxel will now give it another whip and whirl. Still 6-0 the lead now for the side of Kearney and the Bearcats. In this first quarter, 5:31 left to go. No timeouts have been expended for either side. As Kratzel now gets ready and fires away. It's up, and it is good. It's now 7-0 the lead for Kearney and the Bearcats. We come back here to Cope Stadium, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming, NorthPlattePost.com.
Buying a car? It's not always the most pleasant experience, but it doesn't have to be that way. 23 years. That's how long Premier Toyota has been in North Platte community, delivering a car buying experience that's friendly, easy, and fun. Check PremierAutoplex.com first, then stop by your lot at 2600 South Willow Street in North Platte. Come see us. Premier Toyota for your next new Toyota or pre-owned vehicle. Premier Toyota at PremierAutoplex.com.
Summer's winding down, but there's still time to tee off at River's Edge Golf Club in North Platte. Enjoy a round on their beautifully maintained greens, complete with modern amenities and stunning views. And when the game's over, treat yourself to an unforgettable dining experience at Another Round, where amazing food and drinks are served up in a relaxed, inviting atmosphere. Remember, they're open to the public. River's Edge Golf Club and Another Round Sports Bar, where great golf meets great dining. Come on out and have another round with them.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to Cope Stadium. Bulldogs trailing Kearney and the Bearcats 7-0 following the touchdown throw from Griffin Novacek. 2-1 Caden John as Kraxel's kick will go out the back of the end zone. And with that, Bulldogs will start once again at the 20-yard line. Again, our timeout's brought to you by Kevin McGann of the Fortify Group. Check out his location, 621 South Dewey, Sweet Beat. As well as one Premier Toyota. At Premier Toyota, you'll find a friendly and easy-to-work-with staff that'll help you find the perfect car for you. Also, thank you to Another Round Bar and Grill, where fun meets fine dining. So here comes the second offensive series for North Platte High School here against this defense of the Bearcats. As getting ready for it, Caden Johnson once again under center for North Platte High School. Fumbled the snap early on in the first drive, and because of that, put the Bulldogs on the back end. The pitch out now. Here comes Eli Broman. Broman will cut and sneak his way forward, and he gets to about the 25-yard line. That was actually Javen Reyes who comes in. There's Reyes' first carry for today. It'll be about a 5-yard pickup, 2nd down and 5. Can't miss him with the bright shoes. One Javen Reyes, 2nd down and 6 for North Platte High School. Reyes in as well. Alonzo Torres and now Brecken Torres. To the far side with it, Brady Hanneborg, 2nd and 6. In motion. Up the middle. Here comes Caden Johnson. He'll sneak to the outside. He's now at the 30 and will fall forward to about the 32-yard line.
First down for the
There's
Dogs.
the first down for this Bulldog offense, and this is exactly what they were looking to get done. 31-yard line, a pickup of about 7 or 8 for Caden Johnson. 1st down and 10. North Platte High School trailing 7-0 with 4:44 left to go here on this first quarter on the Wicked Fast scoreboard. Johnson again under center. Max Negley to the near side, to the far side. Brady Hanneborg. Johnson in motion. Brecken Torres hands it off to Alonzo Torres. He gets immediately stuffed by Sawyer Schilke. The Kansas State commit makes a big play and a big read off the snap, and just like that, I say we'll get at least maybe back to the line of scrimmage with Alonzo Torres. It's 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, you can see why he is a Kansas State commit.
Yeah. As an alumni of the pride of the Wildcats, that's a good sign for a Wildcat fan. But right now, you just hate to see how freely he got into Alonzo Torres at the line. But 2nd and 10 now, still a 7-0 lead with 3:55 and a clock ticking for the Bulldogs offense here. Johnson has Reyes in motion. He'll keep it. Johnson gets tackled right from behind there by Dylan Pessiger. And for maybe a loss of 1, actually, they'll say he got back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 10.
Schilke was there on the assist. He wasn't the initial person to hit him, but he's everywhere.
So Max Negley and Javen Reyes will step out. Eli Broman checks in. Now to the near side with it, Brady Hanneborg and Jace Powell will go to the far side. 3rd down and 10. Bulldogs at the Bearcat 30-yard line. As Matusak under center will snap the ball to Caden Johnson. Johnson now will look to pitch it. Brecken Torres has some daylight. He's going to try to bounce to the outside, and he'll fall forward for the 1st down. Great play by Brecken Torres. There's some good speed and a big open field tackle. I believe that's going to be on the side of Rhett Mundorf tackling Torres, but that's a 1st down and 10 for North Platte High School.
Yeah, Brecken Torres 2 carries on the day, 18 yards.
Big carry, and I'm excited to see what Torres can do in the speed back position. We liked what we saw last year in some spot starts for Brecken Torres. Now, getting the full-time duties, young man's got some speed on his hands, as well as his brother, who's got some big power as the fullback. Johnson has in motion Eli Broman. Here comes Alonzo Torres off the right side. Will fall forward for a good pickup of maybe 3. They'll say 3.5, so 2nd down and 7 for North Platte High School. good little bit of some chain moving here for the Bulldogs with 2:26 left to go in the first quarter. 7-0 lead for North Platte here on the Wicked Fast scoreboard.
And controlling that clock, that's what North Platte needs to do. That's what they like to do.
A big score here on this drive, I think, would go a long ways to not get down potentially early 14-0. As Johnson will step under center and get the play right out. Alonzo Torres right behind him. In motion, Brecken Torres. The handoff to Alonzo Torres. Bouncing his way off the left side, and he'll fall forward. Another good pickup of maybe 4 for Alonzo Torres. Make this a 3rd down and 8. Or excuse me, a 3rd down and 4 for North Platte High School. As out goes Carter Dishman on the line.
I'm just going to say shout out to that left side of the line with Jake Kincaid and Carter Dishman, who just ran off the field.
3rd and 4 for North Platte High School. 2 wide receivers to the near side, Hannenborg and Negley. Johnson has Broman in motion. The pitch out to Eli Broman. He's going to try to cut back upfield. He keeps going. He'll fall forward at the first down marker.
First down, it looks
Will
like.
they say he's good as we have a late man getting up for Kearney, slowly getting up there. Xavier Walker, or that's going to be Heath Jan will be slowly walking to the sideline. But that's a 1st and 10 for North Platte High School. A 3rd first down this drive, and they're getting things going with 1:13 left to go here in this first quarter on the Wicked Fast scoreboard, trailing 7-0. Johnson again under center. In motion. Johnson stepping back. Now will roll to his left side. He has some open daylight. Caden Johnson going to try to bounce it. He does, but a great open field tackle there from Carson Baker, the senior defensive back. Baker kind of got lost thinking that there was somebody behind him. Johnson kind of, I want to say leisurely strolled to the sideline, but did a good enough fake to give 10 yards and a Bulldog first down now at the 37 in Kearney territory now with 48 seconds left to go in this first quarter. On this Wicked Fast scoreboard, Johnson once again will step under center. 2 wide receivers to the near side. Defensive adjustment. The handoff will be faked. Johnson now will keep it. He'll pitch it to Eli Broman. Broman will see a flag be thrown right in front of him. I think there's a block in the back. I believe that's going to be on the side of Max Negley or Brady Hannenborg. One of the wide receivers on the near side caught a piece, maybe even a hold. Broman will fall forward for a gain of 2, but Bulldogs will be called for the penalty.
Kind of a slow developing play, and you're asking that end to hold that block for a long time.
Yeah. Johnson was thinking about cutting it upfield, but we'll call a hold on the Bulldogs. So Johnson was thinking about cutting it upfield and held it for so long, and then with the late pitch, I believe it was Max Negley that'll get dinged for it. He unfortunately, since he held him too long, gets dinged for the penalty, and with that, it's now a 1st and 20 for this North Platte squad. As they'll get set up. 2 wide receivers on the field, 1 to the far side, 1 to the near side. Javen Reyes is subbed in on the far side of the field with Brecken Torres on the near side for the H-backs. Alonzo Torres behind Caden Johnson once again. Johnson sees Reyes in motion. He'll hold on to the football. Great block by Javen Reyes as Caden Johnson's in the open field, and he'll fall down just shy of the 35-yard line. So a pickup, if it looks like 12 for North Platte High School. Great block by Javen Reyes to give North Platte back to the original line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and 10, and with that, the end of this first half. It's 7-0 the lead for the Bearcats here on the Wicked Fast scoreboard. Great first half for North Platte High School. Let's see what they can do in the second quarter when we come back here. FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming, NorthPlattePost.com, sponsored by Wild Hills Fun Center.
Today is the day. After countless hours of research, cutting back expenses, and 9 months of anxiously waiting for her, today is the day you finally bring home your new car. It's also the day to protect her with an auto policy from Shelter Insurance. Our policies are competitively priced and include new car replacement coverage if anything were to happen to your new baby.
Ask me, Shelter Agent Brent Rogo, how to protect what you have waited for. Find me at 405 East C Street in North Platte.
The DNN Event Center wishes everyone a great sports season. With North Platte and Nebraska weather, things change quickly and can make our lives a little more difficult. Thank goodness for the DNN. The DNN offers hourly rentals for all types of sports practices, including turf, courts, batting
North
cages.
Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to Cope Stadium. Bulldogs trailing Kearney and the Bearcats 7-0 here. Wicked fast scoreboard start of the second quarter. Again, timeouts brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. Check out his location, 621 South Dewey, Sweet Beat. 2nd and 10 for this North Platte offense as they switch sides. As Johnson will keep it now, and he'll cut back upfield. Johnson, with a little bit of daylight, will probably get about 3 yards on that carry to make it 3rd down and 7 for the Bulldogs here in Kearney territory at the 34-yard line. Here's a big 3rd down for this Bulldogs squad as they've been driving here in this quarter. As Johnson will be getting the play call and relayed into his team on the field for the Bulldogs. Alonzo Torres at fullback. To the far side, Brecken Torres. Javen Reyes to the near side. 2 wide receivers to the near side, Brady Hanneborg and Max Negley. 5 seconds on the play clock here. As can the Bulldogs get their play off? They can. Here comes a jet sweep.
No.
It's fumbled between Brecken Torres as well as Caden Johnson. That play could have been good for the Bulldogs, but Torres unfortunately cannot hold on to the football. First turnover for the Dogs, and Kearney will take over in their own territory at about the 37-yard line. A jet sweep for North Platte goes the other way, as unfortunately they just could not hold on to the football, turn it over, and with that, here comes Kearney and the Bearcats the other way with it.
You know, there's some very good things on that drive. They picked up 4 first downs and ran off 6 minutes of clock. Just what, that's what Bulldog football is. That's what they wanted to do.
But you can't end it with a turnover.
No, you can't.
So, second quarter here, 1st and 10 for this Kearney squad as Noctegal up the center with it. He'll break through one tackle and another before he is almost gang tackled. He'll break through yet again another plethora of Bulldog tackles before he falls to the 47-yard line. That'll be a 1st down for Kearney. A lot of good opportunities for North Platte, but they just couldn't wrap up Sam Noctegal, and with that, a 1st down for Kearney.
Yeah, he was just spinning and breaking tackles left and right.
So 7-0 with 10:45 left to go on the wicked fast scoreboard here. Game number 1 of the football season. 4 wide receivers on the field. 3 to the far side, 1 to the near side, being Caden John. Novacek in the read option. Will take it up the middle. He'll try to waltz his way forward to the 50-yard line. It will fall at the 49. So a pickup of 3 for the side of Griffin Novacek. 2nd down, actually 2-yard pickup, so 2nd and 8 for this Bearcat squad. As once again, they'll look to get things set up with 10:05 now left to go, with a 7-0 lead. To the near side with it, Zaire Legrone Miller. 3 wide receivers as well, with Reese Bertrand. In motion comes Legrone Miller. Novacek stepping back, looking to throw. He's looking. There could be a hold. There is no hold called. Wide open and catching it and falling down there, Owen Waka. There should have been a hold.
Yeah, somebody was just tackled right up the middle.
I believe that was Carter Dishman, who got some great penetration up front and then got tackled to the ground. First completion today for the side of second completion for Griffin Novacek. And now it's 3rd down and 1 for this Bulldog defense here in the second quarter with 9:20 left to go. Still 3 wide receivers on the field. Novacek will now go to the sideline and look at Coach Cool and reset the offense. Noctegal now motion to the right side. Novacek will hand it off up the middle. Oh, breaks through one tackle yet again. He'll get enough for the 1st down on a 2-yard pickup.
Huntsman shot right through.
Once again, Lathan Huntsman had a line to tackle, but this time missed, and that's a 1st and 10.
Finished off by Moreno and Trayton Burke, I believe.
So again, a couple of good looks defensively for the Bulldogs in the open field. This drive not wrapping up as well, and now out to the sideline. believe for the Bulldogs there went Carson Davis. Some line adjustments as now yet again 4 wide receivers on the field for the Bearcats. Novacek again with the read optional. Pitch it to Noctegal. Noctegal in the open. Big hit coming on the side there. I believe Jace Powell lights up Sam Noctegal. He'll get 7 on that run, but boy, howdy, he got lit up on the near side. 2nd down and 4 for the Bearcats, but a big tackle by Powell in the open field.
Need more of that. That was excellent tackling out there.
8:06 left to go here in this second quarter, as Novacek will get the ball and then also sub in Owen Waha. So, checking in now, Levi Pofall for the Bearcats to the left side of Novacek. Still 4 wide receivers. Novacek looking to throw, and it's going to be batted down,
coverage.
But some great coverage there. Lathan Huntsman, I believe, yet again, was looking the other way and didn't see the ball coming. It should have been an easy interception if he turned his eyes back towards the quarterback. But great job by Huntsman to at least still deflect it. It's 3rd and 4 now for the Bearcats here with 7:43 on the wicked fast scoreboard.
Just noticed it. Are these the first digital chains we've seen?
I think Kearney had them my first year
They did,
here.
okay.
Kearney, one of the few schools that implements the digital change. Now a read option here. Novacek will pitch it. They're picked up. And great open field tackle yet again. Levi Pofall can't get anything going. I believe on the far side there, once again, Lathan Huntsman or Jace Powell. Big open field tackle. And with that 4th down and a big long 4 for Kearney and the Bearcats, we'll see if they'll go for it. So far, it's looking like Coach Kuhl and this offense will stay on the field. With 7:15 left to go in this second quarter, as now subbing in comes Keegan Hunt. So here comes the Bearcats. Heavy front to the left side. Novacek in the shotgun. Pofall to his left, which is right. He'll look for the throw. And it's ended out of the hands of the intended receiver, Caden John. Incomplete. And that is a turnover on downs. Big play for the Bulldogs defense to get that turnover on downs following their own turnover earlier at the start of the second quarter. And with 6:54, the Bulldogs can answer here. So, Caden Johnson once again under center. Right behind him, Alonzo Torres. Eli Broman as well as Brecken Torres in. As Johnson gets set in motion. The handoff now. Alonzo Torres trying to bounce to the outside. Has some daylight, but is pulled down from behind. He'll get to the 40. A pickup of 5 for one Alonzo Torres. He had a little bit of daylight here to the near side, but pulled down from behind, I believe, making the tackle there. Rhett Mundorf and a whole bunch of blue jerseys for this Bearcats defense. 7-0 the lead for Kearney.
He had some green grass out there until somebody grabbed the back of his jersey and held him up for their teammates to bring him down. Nice hard running by Alonzo Torres.
2 wide receivers to the near side. Johnson again will have a man in motion. He'll look to keep it himself. Johnson trying to bounce it up the middle. He'll spin forward for, I think, a 1st down. He'll be close to it. They will give him the 5 yards. 1st and 10 for Caden Johnson. Faked the handoff to Eli Broman, who was in motion for the Bulldogs. And then he waltzes his way forward for a 1st down. And the Bulldogs, with 6:06 left to go on the wicked fast scoreboard, looking to score before halftime. 7-0 the lead for Kearney and the Bearcats. Johnson will get the play call from the sideline. As the Bulldogs would love to score here. 9 seconds on the play clock. Johnson under center. Hands it off once again. Alonzo Torres gets stuffed right up the front by Zach Wolf. And Alonzo Torres might have lost 2 yards. Actually, they'll say he lost 1. It's 2nd and 11. Blown up immediately by Wolf. Now the Bulldogs will face a 2nd and 11. As checking in, Jace Powell to the near side, as well as Max Negley. To the far side for the Bulldogs looks to be Brecken Torres. For North Platte, again, trailing by 7. 5:06 left to go in this first quarter. 2nd down and 12 for North Platte High School. In motion comes Broman. Fake handoff. Johnson will pitch it now. Brecken Torres in the open field. Will cut back upfield. He'll fall forward to about the 46-yard line, so the original line of scrimmage. Picks up one. Some good defense by the Bearcats, not being fooled by this option play. As out now goes Brock Matusak, and we'll have a new center in for the side of North Platte High School. And now a timeout going to be called by the Bulldogs here with 4:35 left to go here in this first half. The Bulldogs trail 7-0. We come back here to Cope Stadium, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming, NorthPlattePost.com, sponsored by Wild Bill's Fun Center.
Bill Summers knows summer storms and hail can wreak havoc on your vehicle. Experience damage? Don't wait. Bill Summers is ready to assist you with all your questions about gap insurance, what to do next, and can guide you through the process if your car is totaled. You don't always have to wait for your insurance check to get back on the road. Bill Summers offers immediate purchase options so you can drive away today and enjoy the ride. Weather the storm with confidence. Call or visit Bill Summers in North Platte today, or go online 24/7 at BillSummers.com.
Are foot and ankle problems slowing you down? At Great Plains Foot and Ankle, they specialize in treating turf toe, sprains, fractures, Achilles tendon injuries, and
North
sports
Platte
injuries.
Post Sports.
Welcome back here to Cope Stadium, FM 98.1, AM 1410. 7-0 here on the Wicked Fast scoreboard with 4:35 left to go. A third down and 10. Thank you to our sponsors here for today's game. Justin Thompson Family Agency. Check out their offices in North Platte, Ogallala, Broken Bow, and Ord. Alongside Kroll Clinic, they're also located here at the Westfield Shopping Center, North Platte, and in McCook. As now, Caden Johnson stepping back, looking to throw. He'll cut up, fail, he'll find nobody, gets sacked down from behind. I believe Sawyer Schilke. It is Sawyer Schilke with the sack on Caden Johnson. He was looking to throw. A big loss for the Bulldogs here with 4:19 left to go. Fourth down. And about, I believe, 14 for the Bulldogs. That's how their offense comes to an end here in this drive. It looks promising at the start, but another three is big sack from behind by Sawyer Schilke will end the Bulldogs' offensive possession. Deep to return here for the side of Kearney. The Bearcats is Luke Borges with a big punt. Will punt it on over to Rhett Mundorf. He gloves it at the 24-yard line. Again, as we talked about, thank you to our sponsors here for today's game. One, Justin Thompson Family Agency, American Family Insurance. With the ever-changing industry standards, they pride themselves on top-notch customer service. Check out their offices in North Platte, Ogallala, Broken Bow, and Ord. Kroll Clinic, also thank you to them to our Sports Zone sponsor. Whether you're on the field, court, or diamond, injuries can happen. At Kroll Clinic, they specialize in sports injuries, helping you get back in the game super fast.
34-yard punt that time by Luke Borges, and it'll be 1st and 10 Bearcats at their own 24-yard line.
1st and 10 now for Griffin Novacek and the Bearcats here, as they'll fake it with Novacek up the middle. Has some daylight, will scamper his way to close to the first down marker. As we'll wait to see, he's probably about a yard or two short. They'll call him 2 yards short. 2nd down and 2 now for this Bearcat squad. Still 7-0 with 3:31 left to go here in the Wicked Fast scoreboard. So the Bulldogs have done a great job of stopping what was last year one of the highest potent offenses in all of Class A. Novacek in the shotgun, knocking all right to the left of him. 3 wide receivers on the field, 2 to the near side, 1 to the far side. Novacek stepping back, will throw a short little dink, picked up by LeGrone Miller, as Zaire LeGrone Miller will get the first down and then some. Now the 40-yard line for Kearney, 1st and 10. Quick little comeback route for Zaire LeGrone Miller will get his first reception today, and with 3:03 left to go here before halftime, Bearcats looking to score to increase the lead. It's already 7-0 here on the Wicked Fast scoreboard. As the call will get into Novacek, and here we go. As Craxel will be warming up here on the near sideline. Shotgun formation, 3 wide receivers on the field. Novacek hands it off. Actually, he'll keep it up the middle. Good stop and a good tackle off the initial attack. I believe Jake Kincaid. His first tackle holds on to Griffin Novacek. And with that, it's a 2nd down and I believe 5 for this Bearcat offense, as they're trying to waste as much clock as they can. 2:16 left to go here Probably going to potentially get it to the 2-minute warning. 2:10 left to go. 2nd and 5 at their own 45-yard line. Is subbing out now comes Keegan Hunt. As Novacek gets ready. 1:56 left to go. Novacek with the football. Looking. He's now going to roll to his left side. Still looking. He'll look to take off towards the sideline. Gets the first down and then some. It is now second. It was a 2nd and 5. Now a 1st and 10 for this Kearney offense.
He's so dangerous.
Very, very good defensive protection in the secondary.
Good coverage.
Just took out on the perimeter and got enough for the first down as Keegan Hunt checks back in, and subbing out comes Zane Green. Actually, correction there. That is Luke Ratchell, will be.
Number 10, Maddox Miller, just came into the game as well for the Bearcats.
A couple of fresh receivers. Overload to the left side, now rotating to the right side, Keegan Hunt. Novacek hands it off to Noctegal. Noctegal up the middle. Great immediate stop yet again there.
Kincaid
Jake
again.
Kincaid.
Sophomore doing some big things. Nice job, Big Jake.
Of course, we all know his brother almost broke the sack record 2 years ago for North Platte High School. Coming in, 2 big solo tackles. It's now 2nd down and 8.
And his big brother plays right here on this field for UNK.
That is right. I forgot. 2nd and 8. Now to the right side on a rollout comes Novacek. He'll throw it wide open. Zaire LeGrone Miller stays in bounds and will be pushed out of bounds by Javen Reyes. Another good comeback route for Zaire LeGrone Miller. His 2nd reception, and he gets enough for the first down. Believe that was a pickup of around 15-yard lines. As actually it's Trayton Burke. They said with the tackle, it was actually Javen Reyes. So it's 1st down and 10 now at the 31-yard line in Bulldog territory. 1:10 left to go here in this 2nd quarter on the Wicked Fast scoreboard. As now, here we go. Novacek under center, moving to the left side with it. Reese Bertrand in the tight end position. And a timeout going to be called on the side by Kearney and the Bearcats. They didn't have time on the play clock. We'll step aside as well and take a timeout. We come back here to Cope Field, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming NorthPlattePost.com, sponsored by Wild Bills Fun Center.
Can you feel it? The feeling of starting something new. The feeling of success. At Mid-Plains Community College, our instructors are ready and willing to support you on every step of your educational journey. Whether you're just starting out or changing careers, MPCC can help you transform your future. Learn more by visiting our website at npcc.edu. That's npcc.edu.
Summer's winding down, but there's still time to tee off at River's Edge Golf Club in North Platte. Enjoy a round on their beautifully maintained greens, complete with modern amenities and stunning views. And when the game's over, treat yourself to an unforgettable dining experience at Another Round, where amazing food and drinks are served up in a relaxed, inviting atmosphere. Remember, they're open to the public. River's Edge Golf Club and Another Round Sports Bar, where great golf meets great dining. Come on out and have another round with them.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to One Cope Stadium. It's now a 1st and 10 for Kearney the Bearcats at the 31-yard line of North Platte High School. Novacek in the shotgun will hand it and look to throw. Novacek gets stepped up in the pocket, throwing deep towards the end zone. He's got Zaire LeGrone Miller, and he catches it. And that's another touchdown pass for Kearney and the Bearcats. They lead 7-0. LeGrone Miller had some good coverage on the backside. I believe there on the back end of it for North Platte High School was Eli Broman. Fortunately got run right past, and with that it's now a 13-0 lead for North Platte High School, for Kearney and the Bearcats with 1:03 left to go here on the Wicked Fast scoreboard. Man, another post route that got the Bulldogs. Happened earlier with Caden John, but it was actually a trip up on the side of Harper Whitney. This time, another post from the slot that gets the Bulldogs down, and it's 14-0 in favor of Kearney and the Bearcats. Let's jump to some game stats real quick, sponsored by State Farm agent Bobby Campbell. We meet you where you're at and help to get you where you want to be. Started off on the offensive side here for North Platte High School. One, Jeff Smeltzer.
All right, leading the way on the ground, Caden Jonasson, 8 carries, 31 yards. Lonzo Torres, 6 carries for 13. Brecken Torres, 3 carries for 19 yards. Eli Broman only has 1 carry for 4. And Javen Reyes has 1 carry for 5 yards. No complete passes for the Dogs. Turn it over on the other side. You look at Kearney, leading the way for them, quarterback Novacek. 8 carries for 39 yards. They've kept him in check.
They have done a good job of keeping Griffin Novacek out of making big plays.
Yeah. 24 yards for Noctegal on 6 carries. And the only other one to carry the ball was Pofall.
Yep, Levi Pofall.
Levi Pofall, 2 carries for a total of -1 yards. Novacek is 5 of 6 passing for a total of, looks like 103 yards. That's a quick total there. I'll get it right at halftime. But
quick maths, everybody, quick maths. Thank you to our sponsors here for today's game. Zeller Motors, with over 40 years of combined sales experience, Nate and Joe know how to get you behind the wheel of your dream car. Visit them today and drive away with confidence. As well as Bad Apple Repair, from cracked screens to busted speakers, even those stubborn charging ports, they got you covered. Visit them at Zeller Motors today, as that's going to receive on the far side there. I believe that's going to be one Harper Whitney, and he'll step out of bounds around the 20-yard line. And with that, 1st down and 10 for the Bulldogs with 58 seconds left to go, starting at their own 20. I think there's a flag on the play. I think a flag down at the 20. You might be seeing a hold on the side of North Platte High School.
Yeah, we don't want to see that. That was a nice return that time by Harper Whitney.
Waiting for a call. Ooh, it actually might be on the side of the Bearcats, so change of pace in terms of...
Is it legal participation? Did they have 12 men on the field? First week, things like that happen, especially on your special teams. So the Dogs are going to take over 1st and 10 at the Bulldog 35-yard line.
So a 35-yard line start for the Bulldogs here with 58 seconds left to go. It's probably could be huge here in this second quarter with 58 seconds on the wicked fast scoreboard, trailing 14-0. Johnson under center, 2 wide receivers set yet again. Actually, 3 wide receivers, 2 to the near side in motion now with it. The pitch out to Eli Broman. Broman trying to cut up field. Actually, believe that's Brecken Torres trying to run through a couple tackles, keeping the legs turning. And with that, Brecken Torres picks up maybe 2 if they're being generous.
There was an excellent block on the corner that time by Eli Broman.
So Torres trying to keep the legs turning, makes it 2nd and 8. He didn't get out of bounds, so it's 35 seconds and the clock ticking for halftime. 14-0 lead for Kearney and the Bearcats. Johnson with 27 seconds now under center. It's a man in motion being Broman. He'll keep it. Johnson cuts back upfield. Spun down from behind, and he might find a good chunk of 5 yards to make it 3rd down and 4 for this North Platte offense. With 10 seconds left to go before halftime. Shocked they haven't used a timeout yet. 6 seconds, 5 seconds, and they're going to... actually, I think we do have a timeout on the field. The clock is stopped, and the Bulldogs finally call a timeout. A little interested to see that this is their first timeout at this situation. You would have thought maybe they would have called it a little quicker, but first timeout today for North Platte High School. And it's 14-0 with 5 seconds left to go here on the wicked fast scoreboard. 3rd down and 3. So Bulldogs will unfortunately be starting on the defensive side coming out of halftime. And again, a question of what could have been on that drive earlier where, unfortunately, Brecken Torres on the jet sweep fumbled.
Right, yep. They were moving the ball 4 first downs.
Yep.
Ran 6 minutes off the clock on that drive. That's exactly what they wanted to do. Just can't have them end in turnovers.
Yep, unfortunately, on that jet sweep, Torres had the football, then dropped it. So the Bulldogs don't really run a lot of jet sweeps in terms of their offense, a lot of pitches and direct handoffs. So, unfortunately, now with 6 seconds at their own 43-yard line.
Prevent defense here.
Prevent defense from the side of Kearney and the Bearcats. I don't think the Bulldogs will be throwing, but...
4 defensive backs for Kearney lined up at their own 20-yard line.
Johnson once again under center as looked to be in motion. I'll step back, looking to throw. Looking. Steps up and now rolls to his right side. Looking. He'll throw on the run and get it completed, I believe, to the far side there. Brecken Torres will pick up his first catch today. He'll get 5 yards and a first down, but unfortunately for the Bulldogs, they now go into halftime, trailing Kearney and the Bearcats 14-0. Again, we talked about what it could have been for this North Platte offense, but how about give a shout-out to this Bulldog defense? A Kearney squad last year that was running it all over the field, left, right, and center against this Bulldog squad, only putting together 14 points, and one of them came off of a trip-up on one of the defenders on a play that could have been made. I think overall, while the Bulldogs didn't get the points they were looking for on their second drive, got to be happy with how they started this first half.
Just 2 big pass plays.
That really is. 2 big pass plays in the red zone, and outside of that, some really stout defense.
42-yard touchdown pass and a 32-yard touchdown pass.
Hate that. You hate how big that is in the double digits. But still, outside of that, it hasn't been like the Kearney has made a lot of big break tackles that have ran off for big yards, in my opinion. So I think overall a first half that the Bulldogs can be proud of. It's just, can they respond with a touchdown on their first drive in the second quarter or the second half? Because that's going to be where things really start to get interesting. If the Bulldogs can come out of halftime, get a stop on Kearney's opening drive, and then also be able to score in their first possession, we have a game on our hands.
Yep, for sure. I don't know if Kearney's going to go out and try and be conservative and run some clock, or if they're going to...
Feels a little weird how this Kearney offense has been today. They should be throwing the ball more. I think with how they've got those 2 touchdowns on those big throws, you expect them to maybe try to open up the field a little bit with those throws more often. But so far in what we've seen, not a whole lot of that throwing, and let alone that any of that high-powered offense we've seen.
We mentioned earlier that Novacek was 5 of 6 for 103 yards.
That's still pretty good, but that does
2
not...
of those completions were for 75 yards.
Yeah.
So you take those 2 away, he was 3 of 4 for 30 yards.
Yeah, it's not a whole heck of a lot, and that's something that can easily be fixed in terms of, one, not getting tripped up and maybe turning a little bit quicker on your defensive route. So Bulldogs still in this. We'll step aside and take a break. We come back. Quick Stop Halftime Show right here at FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming at NorthPlattePost.com.
Get ready for the ultimate fun day out. Start at Pregame's Tap Room with a brand new menu you won't want to miss. Catch all of the action on game day with your favorite teams on our big screens. Pair the excitement with amazing drinks, and you've got the ultimate game day experience at Pregame's Tap Room. And when you're ready for more fun, head over to Wild Bill's Fun Center. Dive into our action-packed arcade, knock down pins in our bowling alley, and gear up for an epic laser tag battle. There's something for everyone at Wild Bill's, where the fun never stops.
Even if it's been years since you graduated, your college team is your team for life. Well, you can have a Farm Bureau agent for life, and auto, and home, and business insurance. Imagine that. One insurance agent for everything. It's that simple. So get a Farm Bureau agent for life.
Visit Jay Engel in North Platte at www.fbfs.com.
Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company.
Attention barbecue lovers. Smokin' Double D's at Butch's in Hershey is locally owned and operated. They smoke all their own meats low and slow to bring you award-winning barbecue. Join them Tuesday through Thursday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., Friday and Saturdays till 11 p.m., and Sundays from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., with breakfast served on Sundays from 8 to 11. And don't miss their chicken fried steak every Friday night and prime rib on Saturdays. Smokin' Double D's, making greatness happen overnight in Hershey.
Attention, North Platte and surrounding communities. Great Plains Health Home Care Equipment is now proudly serving you from their new location at 220 West Leota Street, Suite 1, right next to Great Plains Urgent Care. Their expert team is here to meet all your home care needs. Whether you need wheelchairs, mobility scooters, lift chairs, or more, they've got the equipment to make your home safer and more comfortable. Call Great Plains Health Home Care Equipment today at 308-568-8510 and take the first step towards regaining your independence.
Growing up, my parents always encouraged me to do what's right, even if it wasn't easy. I'd always hear my mother's voice say, "Do the right thing." That stuck with me. Every day, just do the right thing. That's it. The rest takes care of itself.
At Shelter Insurance, we believe in doing the right thing for our customers and our communities.
See me, Pete Volz, at 501 South Jeffers for a free insurance review.
We're always open right around the corner. Quick Stop. With your 24-hour convenience store. Fast, friendly, no one gets you more. Gas, food, your favorite drink. Get everything you need in a blink. That's why everybody stops at Quick Stop. We're always open right around the corner. Quick Stop.
The Bulldogs play here on FM 98.1 and 1410 AM, KWOQ AM, North Platte. Merrick's Ranch House is a proud supporter to bring you this game. Dine in, order online at merricksnp.com, use DoorDash, or call 532-8200 for carryout. Merrick's Ranch House.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome in, everybody. A Quick Stop halftime show. Quick Stop, 27 locations, open 24 hours a day. Quick Stop, always open right around the corner. Currently outside right now, it is 7:54. It's 75 degrees. Our time and temp brought to you by Lindemeyer Law Office. Their lineup consists of an all-star caliber of attorneys: Bob Lindemeyer, Amanda Spikert, Kent Florum, Kent Turnbull, and Victoria Hervey and Natalie Hoffman. When life gets you to the bottom of the ninth with 2 outs, we will step up to the plate and hit a home run for you. Call Lindemeyer Law, 534-6740. As well as our other Sports Zone sponsors here for today's game, Premier Toyota. Stop by today and see why Premier Toyota is the #1 choice for car buyers. Let's go places. As well as another round bar and grill and River's Edge Golf Course. For River's Edge Golf Course, featuring modern amenities, a beautifully maintained course, lush greens, and breathtaking views of the North Platte River, River's Edge Golf Club delivers one of the best golfing experiences in West Central Nebraska. So, Bulldogs trailing the Bearcats here 14-0 on the wicked fast scoreboard. I mean, Jeff Smeltzer, we talked about it. This game much closer than I think what it looks like from a statistical standpoint as well as an overall team standpoint. 14-0 for a Bulldogs fan. You're pretty pleased with that, with how many mistakes maybe have gone the way of the Bulldogs.
Yeah, you're hanging with the number 3 team in the state.
Yeah.
You're only down 14. Got to get a stop, though. Dogs will be on defense to start the second half. Need to get a stop.
And I think a good sign, of course, we talked about in our Owls Lock and Save keys to the game, was that on the defensive side, tackle. I think there was only maybe one drive or one series that you can sit there and say, boy, yeah, the tackling was a little bit of a problem that time about. This time, it's felt like this Bulldog defense, much better job of wrapping up. Not many huge, big, chopped off runs coming about. Of course, maybe a couple of coverage mistakes that have led to 2 touchdowns, but outside of that, tackling so far not been a problem.
No, it was just that initial first drive, and it wasn't like it was open field tackles down the field. It was you missed a tackle 5 yards into their backfield. So you love the aggressiveness. If you're going to miss a tackle, miss it there. Miss it in their backfield.
But when they do miss it, at least slows them down enough to where there is a help defender there to stop that run. And we saw that a couple of times. Lathan Huntsman, has done a good job of bursting up the middle and making those big open field tackles, or at least slowing down the run to at least bring another defender in to help that tackle happen.
Yeah, there was a run where Noctegal, I think he gained 10 or 12 yards. Yeah, a lot of spin moves, a lot of missed tackles on that one.
Second drive, Noctegal picked up about 12 yards off of not just 3 broken tackles, but more than my one hand could count. And outside of that, you really can't complain about that Bulldogs defense. Offensively, a couple of procedural things, a drop snap in the first drive that forced the Bulldogs to punt on a 3-and-out, and then a second drive really were tearing it up the field, making great gains, and then a jet sweep at around the 20-yard line, fumbled by Brecken Torres. And outside of that, that was the lone possession the Bulldogs had that really looked to be a threatening to score. Outside of that, 2 punts on the day for this Bulldog offense. But it's tough because it looks good in a couple of those series, and at the same time you see the penalties, or you see the one hold, and then you see that dropped snap, and those were 2 big drive killers, and that's how 2 drives came to an end before they even got off the ground.
Yeah, total yards. If we look at that at halftime, Kearney 5 of 6 passing, 103 yards. Rushing, and they have a total of 62 yards on 14, 15, 16 carries. Dogs total yards for the first half, 84 yards rushing.
Not bad.
On
that's pretty good, actually. More
15,
than I thought.
19, 20, 21 carries. 4 yards a carry. Passing one pass right there at the end of the first half for 7 yards. 91 yards total.
Yep, I think that for the rushing looks much better than what it looks like on the field. That's what this Bulldog offense does. A lot of those small little runs turn into a totality of much more in the total offense. But I think we can all be pretty pleased with how this game opened up. Of course, compared to last season against Papillion La Vista South, huge swath difference in terms of how things are going right now, because that Papillion La Vista South Titans team were breaking tackles left and right, and the Bulldogs were struggling to find any comfort on any level. So far, this team looks much more comfortable. As got through our game stats there, provided by Bobby Campbell, State Farm agent. We meet you where you're at and help you get to where you want to be. We'll step aside once again here on the Quick Stop Halftime Show. When we come back, more talks and maybe what can the Bulldogs do in this second half to get within a couple of points here of the Bearcats as they lead 14-0 Quick Stop Halftime Show. 14-0 on the Wicked Fast scoreboard. Have you downloaded the MyPhillips 66 app? If not, you're missing out on so much savings with Wicked Fast. It's Wicked Fast, located across from the Do It Center in North Platte. We'll have more when we come back here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming, NorthPlattePost.com. And our video sponsor today, thank you to Wild Bill's Fun Center.
We're always open right around the corner. Quick Stop. With your 24-hour convenience store. Fast, friendly, no one gets you more. Gas, food, your favorite drink. Get everything you need in a blink. That's why everybody stops at Quick Stop. We're always open right around the corner. Quick Stop.
PuroClean of North Platte delivers fast water, mold, and fire damage restoration services to the North Platte area. PuroClean knows how challenging those times can be to you and to your family. Their Nebraska-based experts have a winning, reliable combination of training and equipment partnerships. Local, fast service in the North Platte area. Their average on-site time is 60 minutes, and they'll coordinate with your local insurance provider. Give PuroClean a call now at 1-800-775-7876 and schedule a visit from a member of the team at PuroClean in North Platte.
If you'd like to start feeling better today, physical therapy can get your health back on track. This is Dr. Chris Kroll at Kroll Clinic Physical Therapy, and our mission is to serve you by equipping you with the power to reclaim your health. Whether you're dealing with chronic pain, acute injury, or following surgery, we take great pride in helping you return to the activities you love. Kroll Clinic Physical Therapy, balancing bodies, restoring life. Most insurance is accepted and no facility fees.
Can you feel it? The feeling of starting something new. The feeling of success. At Mid-Plains Community College, our instructors are ready and willing to support you on every step of your educational journey. Whether you're just starting out or changing careers, MPCC can help you transform your future. Learn more by visiting our website at npcc.edu. That's npcc.edu.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to Cope Stadium, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming NorthPlattePost.com, sponsored by Wild Bill's Fun Center. On the Wicked Fast scoreboard, 14-0. Jeff Smeltzer, let's jump into some of our second half keys here to this, again, second half. We talked a little bit during our commercial breaks. It feels like while it's 14-0, the Bulldogs need to score out of this halftime. It's kind of like, I hate to say it's a make or break already, but the way this offense operates, they cannot come back from being 3 down, barring any Kearney mistakes.
Yeah, you've got to get a stop here on the first possession of the Bearcats. You do that, you can just run your offense the way it is. You've got plenty of time. Yeah. You're only down 14-0.
But if they score,
if Kearney scores, then you've got to open it up a little bit, and I don't know if that's the Bulldogs' strengths.
And that's what kind of scares me sometimes about this offense is when you have to rely, I won't say rely, but get to that point where you got to open it up. It kind of sits there, and you're like, what do you open up to is the question. This team doesn't really throw much. Last year only, I'm going to take a look here. I think they only had They had 30 throw attempts last season, which is a little lot more than I thought they did, but a lot of those attempts probably came in the fourth quarter when they were down, 2 or 3 scores. So Caden Johnson last season, 7 of 30, 103 yards, 23% completion percentage. So we don't want to have to see that side of the offense. Even though in the warm-ups, I think they have some good throwing ability. That's just not what they practice all the time. So if they can get a stop and then run their offense and score, then I think we don't have to fret and worry as much. The problem stems if Kearney here on their second half opening drive get a score, then the Bulldogs really got to start praying. I wouldn't say praying, but really, really pushing to get at least a touchdown to at least keep it to within 14.
Yeah, and Bulldogs, if you get that ball back only down 14-0,
good.
Keep those jabs, keep those punches with Zoe Torres up the middle. But we've done a great job on blocking the edge. Bulldogs have been able to turn the corner. So I think we're about ready to break one of those. Don't go away from the jabs with Alonzo Torres. You get to the outside. 1, we've got some good speed. We got some good blocking. 2, that's a long ways for Sawyer Schilke to run.
Yeah, and
if you run up the middle, he is right there.
That's the problem. And that's why he's a Kansas State commit, and Kansas State has had produced some really good linebackers over the years, and you can see why Sawyer Schilke, tackling machine. So if you can keep him from clogging up the middle, as the Bulldogs have done so far, maybe things start to look a little better. And then I think defensively, yet again, still focus on tackling. It wasn't too big of an issue. Focus on tackling, but also do keep aware of that big play. We've seen it twice. Both of those big throws have been for touchdowns. Yep. And I one of them you can take back because of it was a trip. He tripped on his way to that ball. I think it was Whitney. I think it was Harper
Whitney tripped on
that one. Very first touchdown to one. Caden John tripped at around the 10-yard line, and then I think Eli Broman just got beat on the next one. So you got to keep your wide receiver in front of you, head on a swivel, and if you can do that defensively, I think this Bulldog defense is showing some really good awareness and really good stopping power. So we'll see what they can do. We'll step aside once again. Quick stop, halftime. Shall we come back? We will jump you into some second half preparations and beginnings right here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming, NorthPlattePost.com, sponsored by Wild Bill's Fun Center.
Attention, North Platte and surrounding communities. Great Plains Health Home Care Equipment is now proudly serving you from their new location at 220 West Leota Street, Suite 1, right next to Great Plains Urgent Care. Their expert team is here to meet all your home care needs. Whether you need wheelchairs, mobility scooters, lift chairs, or more, they've got the equipment to make your home safer and more comfortable. Call Great Plains Health Home Care Equipment today at 308-568-8510 and take the first step towards regaining your independence.
Buying a car? It's not always the most pleasant experience, but it doesn't have to be that way. 23 years. That's how long Premier Toyota has been in North Platte community, delivering a car buying experience that's friendly, easy, and fun. Check PremierAutoplex.com first, then stop by your lot at 2600 South Willow Street in North Platte. Come see us. Premier Toyota for your next new Toyota or pre-owned vehicle. Premier Toyota at PremierAutoplex.com.
Puro Clean of North Platte delivers fast water, mold, and fire damage restoration services to the North Platte area. Puro Clean knows how challenging those times can be to you and to your family. Their Nebraska-based experts have a winning, reliable combination of training and equipment partnerships. Local, fast service in the North Platte area. Their average on-site time is 60 minutes, and they'll coordinate with your local insurance provider. Give Puro Clean a call now at 1-800-775-7876 and schedule a visit from a member of the team at Puro Clean in North Platte.
Your husband is pretty handy to have around. He makes the world's best mac and cheese. He's in the Tickle Monster Hall of Fame. And he can teach anyone how to throw strikes. But a busted pipe and a basement full of water?
Honey, I think we need a plumber.
Is a little out of his league. That's where a homeowner's policy from Shelter Insurance comes in handy. We'll help get your house back in order and your husband back to what he does best.
See me, Pete Volz, at 501 South Jeffers for a free insurance review.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here, Cope Stadium, FM 98.1, AM 1410. If you're live streaming, NorthPlattePost.com. PregamenSports.com, sponsored by Wild Bill's Fun Center. It's getting to some of our thank yous for our Sports Zone sponsors here for today's game. One big shout out to the Gathering Spot. Baby showers, wedding showers, birthdays, anniversaries, family reunions, graduation, and so much more. They offer chairs, tables, and decorations with a number of different packages ranging from a few hours to the entire weekend at the Gathering Spot. Also, thank you to Rooster Roll-Offs. Got a mess that's out of control? Say goodbye to clutter and hello to convenience with Rooster Roll-Offs. Serving North Platte and the surrounding areas. Give them a call, 308-660-5424, as well as Smokin' Double D's at Bush's in Hershey, locally owned and operated. They smoked all their own meats, low and slow, to bring you award-winning barbecue. Smokin' Double D's, make greatness happen overnight. Bring back Jeff Smeltzer and keep having some conversations here during our commercial breaks about this Bulldog team. And I think for a first outing and a first game, I think this is probably the first start to the season they've had in a long time. And, ever since the coaching changed over to Kurt Altig, the first game, as for every program, consists of a lot of turnovers, a lot of mistakes, a lot of penalties. So far, one turnover for either side, and of course coming from Brecken Torres, and then I think three penalties?
Two penalties, and I don't know if they... Well, the one penalty was on an extra point, so that
so
really,
that doesn't count, really.
Yeah, and then the other one was a 10-yard penalty.
On a hold.
On a hold,
Yep.
yeah, on a corner, on a pitch on the outside.
That's about it.
So, yeah, 2 penalties for 10 yards. You can live with that.
Yeah, you'd take that any day of the weekend. I most certainly would take that any day of the weekend. Bulldogs will be the defensive start here in the second half, as Kearney will be the team that gets the second half kickoff. It's time for third quarter football. We come back here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, video live streaming, NorthPlattePost.com.
Thanks for listening to the Quick Stop Halftime Show. Second half action is next on FM 98.1.
Are you ready to embark on an exciting new career? Larry's Glass has been a trusted name in custom glass design for over 40 years, and they are seeking a skilled glazier to join their team. If you have a passion for precision and craftsmanship, this is the perfect opportunity for you. Install glass in commercial, residential, and auto settings. Get paid while you train for a new career. Stop into Larry's Glass at 211 West 5th Street, North Platte, and discuss how you can be part of their team and build a fulfilling career.
Try Runza's Lemonade Refreshers, powered by plant-based natural caffeine. And they come in 4 delicious flavors: pomegranate passion, mango mojo, prickly pear, and watermelon wild. Why do you keep doing that?
These refreshers are just so refreshing.
But you don't have to make that noise every time. Try Runza's Lemonade Refreshers. Because from the way we make it to the way it makes you feel, Runza makes it all better.
Looking for a car buying experience that's a cut above the rest? Welcome to Zeller Motor Company, where you can experience the difference. With over 40 years of combined sales experience, Nate and Joe know how to get you behind the wheel of your dream car. And when it comes to financing, Amanda brings over 20 years of banking expertise to make your deal smooth and stress-free. Why settle for ordinary when you can experience the difference at Zeller Motor Company? Visit them today and drive away with confidence.
The DNN Event Center wishes everyone a great sports season. With North Platte and Nebraska weather, things change quickly and can make our lives a little more difficult. Thank goodness for the DNN. The DNN offers hourly rentals for all types of sports practices, including turf, courts, batting cages, and equipment usage. Call the DNN Event Center to schedule your team's practice times and for more league information for all sports seasons. For over 30 years in our community, for your next event, the DNN Event Center.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to, of course, One Cope Stadium, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming NorthPlattePost.com. Paxton Gordon, joined by one Jeff Smeltzer. Actually, also thank you to our video sponsor here for today's game, Wild Bill's Funhouse. Jeff, it's third quarter action here. Of course, we talked about Kearney and the Bearcats will be receiving the second half kickoff from North Platte, and big drive for this Bulldog defense to start out.
Yeah, let's pin them deep. How about that? Let's
you know what? How about Luke Borges? Yeah. He is that type of guy who has been known for putting in some good kicks as deep to return. Zaire LeGrone Miller as well as Caden John for the side of Kearney.
This is my first away game doing this, and I've never been a fan of the Penn State football uniforms.
Yes.
Until you sit up here and you have to try and find yellow numbers on a white jersey. I'm all for white and blue.
I'm not again, I really wish I brought my binoculars. I kind of don't know where I put it, but you are correct. The Bulldogs kind of run a gloss yellow number,
but I tell you what,
is tough to see under the lights.
They are so cool up close.
Oh, they're beautiful
but
up close.
They are so hard to see when you have old man eyes way up here.
I have old man eyes, and I'm only 25, So, and of course, those are made most importantly for the fans and the players. So I don't blame them for making that approach.
They look great. It's just...
For us up here, we're not too happy. But Luke Borges will be back to kick for the Bulldogs, and 14-0 is the lead for Kearney and the Bearcats. Barely any wind going on right now. So no kick will be affected by the wind. Again, 14-0 on the wicked fast scoreboard. Zaire LeGrone Miller and Caden John deep to return for this Bearcat offense to start this third quarter in. Only a 14-point lead. Big defensive possession for the Bulldogs. Here is a big kick from Luke Borges. Will be picked up by Zaire LeGrone Miller at about the 1-yard line. He'll go to the far side of the field to the 15. LeGrone Miller into the second level and will fall to around the 30-yard line. So it looked like a tough run for LeGrone Miller, starting at the 1, now gets to the 30 as there is somebody limping towards the sideline. Ryan Meyer, the junior, holding on to his left arm like it almost got popped out of place. So Bearcats will start their first possession out of halftime at the 30-yard line.
Sam Euling was one of those on that special teams tackle on that
young
kickoff.
Sam Euling getting the tackle.
I could spot number 3 with those yellow numbers. I apologize for the other 2 that assisted on the tackle. All I saw was the 3.
So 3 wide receivers here for Kearney. Noctegal now to the right side of Griffin Novacek. Novacek now we'll hand it off. Noctegal up the middle, immediately stopped. I believe right there on the tackle should be Jackson Halverson right off the rip.
Short gain there by Noctegal.
Actually, no gain whatsoever. Second down and 10. So here comes the Kearney Bearcats. Second down and 10 for Griffin Novacek in this offensive unit. Play action to the right side. Novacek looking to throw. Throw to a quick little pass and collected and falling down for the first down. Owen Waha for his second reception. Picks up 11. That's a first down. The zone defense from the Bulldogs a little bit too relaxed as Waha able to get the reception and the first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line for Kearney. What looked like a good bit of penetration to start results in a completion. Now the Bearcats will advance to their next play. 3 wide receivers on the field. Novacek runs to the left side for a read option. Pitches it to Noctegal. Noctegal cuts upfield. Now at the 50-yard line, will he stopped maybe just shy of the first down. I'll actually say it's to the 48 for Sam Noctegal. Second down and 2 following the 8-yard pickup. As now checking back in comes Owen Waha.
My eraser's getting a workout.
10:26 left to go. Here, wicked fast scoreboard. 14-0, a second down and 3.
The other thing I would do is, if I was commissioner of high school football, more colored shoes. It's easier to spot those players when they've got the bright pink shoes.
Zaire LeGrone Miller in motion as here comes Novacek looking. He'll now look and continue to keep looking. He will be sacked behind the line of scrimmage. Great perimeter defense by this Bulldog secondary, sacking Griffin Novacek, and he falls all the way back down to, I believe, a third down and 8. And the first sack of this season, I believe Jackson Halverson was there on the hound.
Yeah, there's three Bulldogs over there to drive him out of bounds. But like you had mentioned, Paxton, excellent coverage downfield, coverage sack there. He had nowhere to throw the football.
Nowhere to throw, and that's even good to know because Zaire LeGrone Miller was in motion, and he got a full head of steam running down the field. So 3rd and 7 for this Bulldog defense. 4 wide receivers, 3 to the near side, 1 to the far side as Griffin Novacek steps back, looking to throw. Still looking. Now we'll roll, and we'll throw it. Check down. No good. Zaire LeGrone Miller was open in the flat. He couldn't get anything, and it's 4th and 7, Jeff Smeltzer.
Yeah, a little drag route there by Who was that, number
Zaire
2? Zaire
Miller.
Miller. And he was open, just a poor throw.
I was behind the back of Miller, and because of that, it's now 4th and 7 with the punting unit coming on for the first time for Kearney, as it is one Jake Kraxel.
I will say Griffin Novacek was under pressure. There was good pressure by the Bulldogs.
Back-to-back plays. The Bulldogs' pressure front line got into the backfield, as Kraxel will now kick it deep. I believe that's going to be deep to return Harper Whitney, and he'll call for the fair catch and look to receive it at around the 12-yard line. So the Bulldogs will start their first possession here of the second half at their own 13-yard line.
So props to the Bulldog interior defensive line there. Good pressure on those last 2 plays. One for a sack and one for an incompletion.
And that's exactly what we needed coming out of this half. And there's part one of our Owls Lock and Safe keys to the second half. And now what can they do here on potentially the touchdown we were hoping for? 14-0 still the lead with 9:55 left to go here in this third quarter. Johnson under center, 2 wide receivers to the near side. In motion, Johnson going to hand it up to Alonzo Torres up the middle. He's going to push his way forward. They're going to say he actually had his knee down after a 2-yard pickup. It's 2nd down and 8 now for the Bulldogs.
So what we talked about, just keep throwing those jabs.
One of them will turn into a big punch, actually 2nd and 7 on the 3-yard pickup from Torres. Johnson under center once again. 2 wide receivers to the near side. As he'll give the play off again. 15 seconds on the play clock here. Johnson. It's a man in motion. Johnson hands it off on the jet sweep. Trying to break that tackle to the outside and being brought down, I believe, is Eli Broman. As now we have an injury timeout. Very, very awkward tackle. They're put towards, I believe, actually it's Brecken Torres. He steps back up, so that's good to see. Now he's going to walk his way to the sideline, but a huge, huge loss for the Bulldogs. 3rd and 11 now. He went back to that jet sweep and unfortunately got punished right away.
Yeah, there was too much penetration that time by the Bearcats. I don't know if we had a puller on there or why. He just got through untouched.
Well, when you're trying to do the jet sweep, I think they tried to pull a guard, and in between that guard pull, somebody split right through the middle and brought Brecken Torres down. He did go to the sideline, so he is out at the moment getting evaluated. But 3rd and 11 at the 11-yard line for the Bulldogs. Johnson now going to keep it and run to the right side. Now up the middle he goes, and he gets nowhere, maybe 1 or 2 yards. They'll say 1 as he got back to the line of scrimmage. 4th down and 10 for the Bulldogs at their own 11. So, unfortunately for North Platte High School,
okay, 4th down. Looks
so
like
4th down for the Bulldogs here.
Borges back there to punt.
Luke Borges back to punt, and Rhett Mundorf at around the 45-yard line for Kearney. As Borges, on this 4th and 10, gets the snap. He lays into one. Uh-oh, not a good kick. No, it's going nowhere, and it falls out at the Bulldog 31-yard line.
Or 26. Is it the 26-yard line?
No, it looks like it's the 31-yard line. So the Bulldogs not starting their defense in a good position here in this third quarter. 8:01 left to go at the 26-yard line. It took a bad bounce, even worse than I imagined. So now it's 1st and 10 for Kearney, and the Bearcats up 14-0 in Bulldog territory, primed to put another point up. As here comes Griffin Novacek onto the field. Novacek. Now we'll get the line set up. 3 wide receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Again, Sam Noctegal to the left of Novacek. Novacek going to fake it and run up the middle. It'll be tackled from behind there. I believe that's Logan Bassard who will be tackling Griffin Novacek. He picks up maybe 4 on the run. 2nd down and 6 now for this Kearney Bearcats offense. 7:43 on the Wicked Fast scoreboard. As now checking in comes Maddox Miller. Out goes Caden John alongside Luke Brackle. Two wide receivers to the near side. Reese Bertrand in a tight end on the right, so they're overloading the right side of the line. Novacek keeping it up the middle. He goes. Will bounce and big tackle up front there. I believe that's one. Jackson Halverson yet again making a big stop. So about a 2, maybe 3 yard pickup there for Griffin Novacek makes it a 3rd down and maybe 3. They'll say 3rd and 3 for the Bearcats. Big tackle from Jackson Halverson up front, stuffing Griffin Novacek. As Sawyer Schilke now with a late run onto the field for Kearney. Gets the play call from Griffin Novacek. So 2 wide receivers, Schilke in as the H block back. And they'll hand it off to Nachtigal. Nachtigal up the middle into the second level. He keeps his legs turning and falls to maybe close to the 10-yard line. They'll say he'll get to the 12. A big pickup for Sam Nachtigal. And with that, into the red zone go the Bearcats at the Bulldogs' 12-yard line. As 14-0 here on the Wicked Fast scoreboard, but the Bearcats threatening to score. 2 wide receivers to the far side. Now in at running back, I believe, Levi Pofall. Handoff to Pofall up the middle. He'll juke and jive his way forward, and he'll fall to maybe about the 4-yard line. So another first down will be gained for the Bearcats squad. It's now first down, and I believe maybe 4. And a first and goal situation. So Levi Pofall gets the first down. It's now at the 3-yard line for the Bulldogs as Kearney threatening to score once again.
He's not the biggest of backs, but boy, he
was shifty.
Yep.
So Griffin Novacek in the shotgun, hands it off to Pofall. Pofall up the middle, and another Kearney touchdown as he waltzes in untouched. It's now 20-0 in favor of Kearney and the Bearcats here with 5:47 left to go in this third quarter. They did a good job, the Bulldogs did in the first Kearney drive out of half, but unfortunately in the second drive put them in a great field position at the Bulldog 36, and from that, 26, and from that point on it was all said and done for that drive as Kearney scored on a 3-yard run from Levi Pofall. As Craxel's kick is up, and it's good. It's now 21-0 here on the Wicked Fast scoreboard. We'll step aside and take a break. We come back. More third quarter action here. Bulldogs trail 21-0. FM 98.1, AM 1410. Video live streaming, NorthPlattePost.com. Sponsored by Wild Bill's Fun Center.
Attention barbecue lovers, Smokin' Double D's at Butch's in Hershey is locally owned and operated. They smoke all their own meats low and slow to bring you award-winning barbecue. Join them Tuesday through Thursday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., Friday and Saturdays till 11 p.m., and Sundays from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., with breakfast served on Sundays from 8 to 11. And don't miss their chicken fried steak every Friday night and prime rib on Saturdays. Smokin' Double D's, making greatness happen overnight in Hershey.
Whether you're a weekend warrior, youth, or professional athlete, the Great Plains Health Sports Medicine Team has you covered. The team includes orthopedic surgeons, athletic trainers, and other healthcare specialists who spend their time at local high school and college sporting events, ensuring that athletes stay as injury-free as possible. In the event of an injury, the team remains committed to returning athletes to competition as quickly and safely as possible.
Contact the Great Plains Health Sports Medicine Team by calling 308-568-7456.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to Cope Stadium. 20-0 lead. After that, it was a missed field goal from Jake Craxel as we look like he actually hit it through, but a late call from the officials overturned it. Thank you again to our sponsors here for today's game, Premier Toyota. Premier Toyota just south of I-80 in North Platte invites you to stop out and take a test drive here today. Premier Toyota, let's go places. As here comes one. Jake Craxel is up to kick it, and he'll kick one way into the end zone for a touchback. And with that, the Bulldogs will now start their second drive out of the halftime. Trailing now 20-0, 5:44 left to go here on this Wicked Fast scoreboard is...
Yeah, the worst thing that you could do when you're punting from your 13-yard line is to have a 13-yard punt.
Yep.
Just unfortunate.
Had Kearney start in perfect field position at the Bulldog 26, but can the Bulldogs answer back here, trailing 20-0? Caden Johnson under center for North Platte High School. Has in motion now. Going to hand it off to Alonzo Torres up the middle, and he gets about good, maybe 1 yard on that run. It's now 2nd down and 9. Maybe, actually, they'll give him those 2 yards. It's 2nd and 8, so they did a good little job giving him an extra yard. So 2nd and 8 for this Bulldogs offense. Again, trailing 20-0 with 5:29 on the wicked fast scoreboard. Again, as you said, little jips and jabs here along this running room to maybe break one off in the later term. Johnson once again under center. The motion. He'll keep it. Johnson bounces to the outside. Will make another man try to miss, but a great shoestring tackle. I believe that's Rhett Mundorf coming up from his safety position. Trips up Caden Johnson. There's a loss of 3. It's now 3rd down and 11. Another good block up front that Johnson was able to sneak away from, but that second open field tackle trips him up. It's 3rd and 11.
Mundorf came like a rocket and sure-handed made the tackle.
So now here comes the Bulldogs yet again. 3rd and 11, 4:40 left to go here. Wicked fast scoreboard. Trailing 20-0. As Bulldogs struggling to find any momentum here in this second half. Johnson stepping back, looking to throw. He'll throw it to a perimeter pass. A great catch there, I believe. Max Negley with a huge reception. That is a first down for the Bulldogs, and they go all the way from the 19-yard line to the 37. 1st and 10 now for North Platte High. Huge pass from Caden Johnson, and that's something you would hope to maybe see a little bit more of from this Bulldogs offense.
Nice route running that time by Max Negley. He was open, beautifully thrown ball.
And with that, 1st and 10 at the Bearcat now. Their Bulldog 37, and up the middle, Alonzo Torres goes, and he gets maybe 2 on the carry to make it 2nd down and 8. The inside runs have been a little tough today for this Bulldog offense, but tough to do when you're against not only Bryce Anderson, but Zach Worf, Reese Bertrand, and Dylan Pessiger, some of the biggest guys you'll probably maybe see this season.
And good footwork for big guys. They've got some good lateral movement, too.
Bryce Anderson, of course, you know him from the basketball team, lit up North Platte High School last season. So you know he's good laterally. As Johnson once again under center, 3:50 left to go here in this third quarter, 20-0. The pitch out now to the far side, up the middle. Here comes with it Luke Borges. Borges is going to stamper his way forward to maybe the 30-yard line. Well, actually the 50 gets to the 49. Luke Borges, pickup of 12. First time today we see Luke Borges come up with a run. A big 12-yard pickup for Borges. First down and 10 at the Bulldog 49-yard line. Now we're starting to see a little momentum go the way of North Platte High School. Johnson again under center. In motion comes Borges. The handoff up the middle. Alonzo Torres going to keep the legs turning. There goes Alonzo Torres, and he'll fall backwards. A nice, strong pickup of 8 yards by Torres. Actually, correction, Lathan Huntsman, the runner on that play. 2nd and 8 for the Bulldogs there. So Huntsman gets his first running attacks today. Picks up 8 for the Bulldogs. It's now 2nd down and, 2nd and 2. As now to the far side, Luke Borges will stumble forward, and he'll fall down for another 3-yard pickup. First down for the Bulldogs. Now they're starting to really find some momentum here, Jeff Smelter, in this late third quarter.
Some fresh legs out there.
2:43 left to go here in this third quarter. 20-0 on the wicked fast scoreboard. Johnson again under center, right behind him, Latham Huntsman. To the near side, Luke Borges. To the far side, potentially, I believe, should be Brecken Torres. Up the middle, Huntsman yet again going to keep those legs turning, and he'll fall forward to the 35-yard line. Pickup of 5. Lathan Huntsman now really carving up the defense for Kearney in this drive, seeing relief effort for Alonzo Torres and making the most of it.
Trying to look at the center. Is it Matusak or is it
I think that
Tonkinson?
Looks like Matusak will be the center again for this drive. 2nd and 5 now for the Bulldogs.
He came out for that series, and I guess I hadn't been watching who was back. Oh, we
here
got
comes
some
the
room
pitch
out
play.
there.
Brecken Torres going to cut up field. Torres going to keep those legs turning, and he'll fall forward. It's going to be Eli Broman Oh, no, it is Brecken Torres, so I got it correct. Those numbers just mixing me up with that bright light. But Brecken Torres, again, had a little bit of an injury scare last possession, but comes in, grabs the first down. The Bulldogs now at the 28-yard line, 1st and 10, starting to really make some waves here, Jeff Smeltzer.
I think that was the third first down of this drive.
Yes, it was. Consecutive ones. Now the handoff. Huntsman, great patience, keeping the legs turning. He might get one, but after getting blown up immediately up front, Lathan Huntsman might have gotten the one. No, they'll actually say he will get that 1 yard. They'll correct themselves on the far side. So 2nd and 9, right up the middle. Zach Wolf once again blowing the play up for Kearney. As Johnson will get the play call. And I'll get under center there. In motion, Torres. Oh, they're going to get all of Kearney off sides. As Alonzo Torres checks in for Huntsman. North Platte went into their normal standard motion of Brecken Torres, but he got to the I formation and Kearney jumped off sides.
I'm sure that was called from above. They must have switched up the cadence that time.
Perfect play because at some point, Kearney's been getting a little bit into when it comes to that motion play, but now it's 2nd down and 4 for North Platte, following the offsides on the entire defensive line, might I say. Now at the 22-yard line in Kearney territory, Bulldogs looking to score. In motion, Johnson stepping back, looking to throw. He has a pressure, will step up in the pocket, and he gets sacked for a 2-yard loss. As Caden Johnson on the left side, Jake Kincaid unfortunately had pressure come on the outside. I believe that's going to be Dylan Pessiger. And with that, a 3rd down and 7 following the 3-yard sack into Caden Johnson.
Yeah, if he could have seen him, I think he had Max Nagley on a crossing route, but just way too much pressure.
So big 3rd and 7 for the Bulldogs at the Kearney 25-yard line. Johnson dishing the play out. 7 seconds on the play clock here for the Bulldogs. In motion now. Johnson going to fake it, look for the option. Now we'll pitch to the outside. Oh, ball's on the floor yet again. That's a turnover for North Platte High School at the 25-yard line. I believe the person who was having that football, Luke Borges, fumbled the football on the far side, and that's now the 2nd turnover for North Platte at the exact same spot it happened in their first drive when they got into Kearney territory. As Griffin Novacek now slowly on the sideline here.
Well, I think it's a quarter.
Yeah, but he's walking. Griffin Novacek's walking to the, it looks like to the athletic trainer's table. He might be cramping up, but we'll step aside and take a break. When we come back here, 4th quarter action, a 20-0 lead in favor of Kearney and the Bearcats. We come back here to Cope Stadium, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming, NorthPlattePost.com.
Bill Summers knows summer storms and hail can wreak havoc on your vehicle. Experience damage? Don't wait. Bill Summers is ready to assist you with all your questions about gap insurance, what to do next, and can guide you through the process if your car is totaled. You don't always have to wait for your insurance check to get back on the road. Bill Summers offers immediate purchase options so you can drive away today and enjoy the ride. Weather the storm with confidence. Call or visit Bill Summers in North Platte today or go online 24/7 at BillSummers.com.
Hurry up, dude. The game's about to start.
Nothing beats spending the day watching the game with your buddies.
Dude, I'm literally right here. Let's do this.
Which is why a shelter insurance renter's policy is key to your winning game plan. It protects things your landlord's policy doesn't.
Dude, where's your TV? What? No way, dude.
Like that flat screen TV that just got stolen.
Ask me, Shelter Agent Brent Rogo, about Shelter's competitive renter's insurance rates.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to Cope Stadium, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming NorthPlattePost.com. Thanks to our video sponsors here for today's game. Wild Bills Fun Center. Start of the 4th quarter, it's 20-0 in favor of Kearney and the Bearcats. They now start at the Bulldog at their own 25-yard line as Novacek will pitch it to the outside. Noctegal will run forward, but immediately stopped by 2 perimeter defenders for the Bulldogs. I believe right up the kick will be
Harper Whitney was one of them.
I was going to say Harper Whitney looked like he was there on the stop, as well as maybe, I think that might be
Rance?
I think it might be Rance Hofstetter here on the near side, as out comes Maddox Miller for this Kearney offense. Is now up Griffin Novacek comes, just cramped up before the end of the quarter. Now back out there with 11:28 left to go here in this fourth quarter, leading 20-0.
I think it's time for us to get a turnover.
I agree with that, Jeff Smeltzer. Is the handoff now on Noctegal. Will go to the far side of it. Noctegal breaks through one tackle and will fall down forward. I think he bounced off of one Harper Whitney yet again, and then falls forward for just a pickup of one. And with that, it's 3rd down and 9 for this Kearney offense here, with 10:54 left to go in this fourth quarter. 3rd down and 3.
Somebody held their block on the edge for an awfully long time. I'm not saying it was legal or illegal, but somebody held their block for a long time out there.
4 wide receivers yet again on the field. 3 to the near side, 1 to the far side. Noctegal still in at running back. Novacek going to keep it up the middle. Novacek got plenty of distance, and he'll fall forward for a 4-yard pickup. 1st down and 10 now for the Bearcats. 4 yards for Griffin Novacek, as Levi Pofall, the runner who subs in. And now once again, Griffin Novacek down, cramping up. He cramped before halftime and had to go to the sideline quickly, and cramping once again now, won't be able to get up, so we'll have a little bit of an injury timeout. And with that, we'll step aside ourselves and take a break. We can come back here more fourth quarter action. FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming at NorthPlattePost.com.
Summer's winding down, but there's still time to tee off at River's Edge Golf Club in North Platte. Enjoy a round on their beautifully maintained greens, complete with modern amenities and stunning views. And when the game's over, treat yourself to an unforgettable dining experience at Another Round, where amazing food and drinks are served up in a relaxed, inviting atmosphere. Remember, they're open to the public. River's Edge Golf Club and Another Round Sports Bar, where great golf meets great dining. Come on out and have another round with them.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to Cope Stadium, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming, NorthPlattePost.com, sponsored by Wild Bill's Fun Center. It's currently a 20-0 lead in terms of Class A scores going on. Columbus, so far defeating Norfolk 21-0. Broken Bow currently trailing Shattern 14-0. And some other games, Holdridge at the end of the first quarter defeating Lexington 21-14 as we get through our scoreboard here. Jeff Smeltzer, Griffin Novacek will go to the sideline. We'll have a new quarterback
12,
in.
Maybe? 12, yeah.
I believe that taking over now, John Floral for the side of the Bearcats, still leading 20-0 with 10:22 left to go in this fourth quarter. 4 wide receivers on the field, 3 to the near side, 1 to the far side. Floral waiting for the snap. Gets it. Now we'll take it up the middle. Floral. Now we'll push it to the far side, and gets tripped up by a Bulldog defender. I believe first hands on him, Carter Dishman. Pickup of about 3 yards for 1. John Floral.
And
now they'll still keep Floral out there, I believe. Actually, nope, here comes
Novacek.
Griffin Novacek yet again. Thank you to our sponsors here for today's game. Another Round Bar and Grill, where fun meets fine dining with the relaxed atmosphere of a sports bar and the sophisticated menu and service that you expect from an upscale restaurant. Visit Another Round Bar and Grill. 4 wide receivers again for the Bearcats, as up the middle with it now goes Noctegal, and he gets absolutely nowhere. Bulldog front 7 doing it again, tripping up Sam Noctegal, and with that, about a 3rd, and I would assume still 3rd and 7. Actually, he lost one, 3rd and 8. A big 3rd down for this Bulldog defense if they can get Kearney off the field. I think Griffin Novacek getting those cramps has kind of helped the Bulldogs here in this fourth quarter. They've lost a lot of momentum. As 3 wide receivers on the field now, Novacek in the shotgun, potentially 2 passes in motion. Now with it comes Keegan Hunt. Novacek stepping back, rolling to his left side, looking. Griffin Novacek throws it, and falling down.
Receiver fell down.
I believe falling down there was Reese Dolans, and
And
he's
he's
slow
still
to
down,
get up.
yeah.
I think he's cramping too. As Reese Dolans falling on the near side, and it looks like, yep, he is cramping as well. Yep, cramp. So, unfortunately for Reese Dolans, falling mid-route with a cramp, and with that, 4th turnover on downs for this Kearney Bearcat offense, 4th and 8. Thank you again to our sponsors here for today's game, Justin Thompson Family Agency. No matter what type of insurance you are looking for, farm, ranch, auto, home, life, or business, they have the answer for your insurance needs. Check out their offices in North Platte, Ogallala, Broken Bow, and Ort. Quickly, Jeff Smeltzer, we get to some offensive stats here presented by Bobby Campbell, State Farm agent. What do you got with me as we are now 8:44 left to go in this 4th quarter?
Rushing stats for Kearney. Looks like Novacek with 43 yards. Noctegal 45, 12 yards for Pofel, and 3 for Florell.
Nice.
Novacek, last 2 passes were incomplete, so he's now 6 of 9. But I don't have the yards tallied up yet.
As Jake Craxel now will kick one high into the sky, calling for it. Ooh, and receiving it on the floor at the 20-yard line and dropping it. A little bit scary there. I believe that was Harper Whitney, and he is very, very slow to get up as he fell right on that football. And now we have another injury timeout, so he muffed the punt. And then in an effort to jump in and grab it, got jumped on, and it looks like he's holding his shoulder as he makes his way to the bench. Bless you.
And for the Dogs, rushing stats, Jonason, 12 carries, 31 yards, 20 yards on 9 carries. For Alonzo Torres, Brecken Torres, 31 yards on 6 carries, 4 yards on 1 carry for Eli Broman. Javen Reyes, 1 carry for 5 yards. Lathan Huntsman, 14 yards on 3 carries. And Luke Borges.
So we have a penalty on the field. Interesting. So there's a penalty on the side of Kearney. I don't see what... Oh, I think as under center, Caden Johnson will go. Hand it off up the middle now, driving his way forward. And nowhere to go is Alonzo Torres. We have a new quarterback in for North Platte High School. Deep to return was Caden Johnson. Johnson was the one injured. It's Jaden Dowse that's now taking over for North Platte High School. So Johnson was the the return man on that play. I didn't want to confirm it because I didn't see the number until it's now been announced that Jaden Dowse is taking over at quarterback for North Platte High School as Caden Johnson got injured on that last punt return. So Dowse now under center for the Bulldogs. In motion comes Torres. Dowse stepping back, looking to throw. He'll throw it towards the near side and in and out of the hands there, I believe, of Max Negley yet again. Good throw from Dowse, just a little bit too far ahead of Negley. So now it's 3rd down and 10 for this North Platte squad.
Yeah, we watched Dowse in warm-ups, and he threw some nice balls.
He's had some nice balls. Also, I believe, left-handed, if I was looking correctly. So, first game of today for Jaden Dowse in his football career for the Bulldogs and the varsity squad. Now, the pitch to the near side.
That's
Javen Reyes. Reyes bounces. He's at the 35 and gets pushed out to maybe the 34. So he's pushed back, so Javen Reyes picks up 5 for the Bulldogs and is going to make it 4th down and 6 for North Platte High School. So developing story, Caden Johnson injured on the last punt return. And now taking over at quarterback for the first time in his varsity career, Jaden Dowse. But 3 and out on that drive for North Platte High School, and they'll go to kick. Luke Borges will try to punt for another time, hopefully a little better than his last one. Back deep to return, Rhett Mundorf.
Time to redeem yourself, young man. Here we go, Luke.
And we know he can.
Oh, yeah.
We've seen that leg he's got. That time much better. High into the sky. Mundorf calls it off at around the 23-yard line. So big punt from the side of Luke Borges, and it takes one Rhett Mundorf all the way back to about the I believe that's the 27-yard line.
That's a 41-yard punt.
So, actually, correction, 24-yard line. So, big punt from Luke Borges. And Kearney will now start deep in their own territory, leading 20-0 with 7:40 left to go.
Correction, 44-yard punt.
So, 44-yard punt for the Bulldogs here. As Griffin Novacek now back in at quarterback. Bulldogs going to get another stop here on the defensive side. 3 wide receivers on the field. 2 to the far side, 1 to the near side. Novacek has a man in motion, being LaGrone Miller.
We
got a false start, It looks like, on the offensive side of Kearney and the Bearcats. So a big play for the Bulldogs defense, and that actually starts them off on a much better position. But more importantly, I'm interested to see if Caden Johnson's was holding his shoulder, it looked like, as he was running off the field. So now it's 1st and 15 for the side of Kearney and the Bearcats here in this fourth quarter on the Wicked Fast scoreboard. 7:40 left to go. Novacek, again, in the shotgun. To the left of him, Sam Noctegal. Novacek hands off to Noctegal. Noctegal brought down from behind the line. There on the left side, Gabe Moreno with the stop. The junior with a big tackle behind the line of scrimmage. He had 10 tackles last season for the varsity squad, and here he is for his first big solo tackle. A big loss for the Bearcats. 2nd and 21 here in this fourth quarter. 7:15 left to go on the Wicked Fast scoreboard. As checking in now comes Luke Bratchell. Out goes Keegan Hunt. Big stop for Gabe Moreno on the perimeter. As Novacek now, shotgun formation. 4 on the field. He'll step back, play action pass, rolling. Now we'll check it down for a wide receiver screen. Up the middle, Noctegal will be pulled back down from behind at around the 20-yard line. So he'll pick up maybe about 6 or 7 on the check down play. So what was a 3rd and 21 now turns into a 3rd down and 12 for the Bearcats offense. 3rd and 13 now for Kearney, leading 20-0 on the Wicked Fast scoreboard. 6:27 left to go.
I was looking over there. I think Jonason has put his pads back on.
Good.
They were off. I think he's got them back on.
I wonder if he dislocated his shoulder. I hate to say that, but with the way he was rolling in pain.
Let's hope it's just a stinger.
That's true. That would also help, because he did get landed on pretty hard on the recovery. And now a timeout's going to be taken by the side of Kearney and the Bearcats. So we'll step aside ourselves and take a timeout. FM 98.1, AM 1410, and via live streaming at NorthPlattePost.com.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
See me, Shelter Agent Brent Rogo, at 405 East C Street, and find out why so many of our clients would recommend Shelter.
Attention, North Platte and surrounding communities. Great Plains Health Home Care Equipment is now proudly serving you from their new location at 220 West Leota Street, Suite 1, right next to Great Plains Urgent Care. Their expert team is here to meet all your home care needs. Whether you need wheelchairs, mobility scooters, lift chairs, or more, they've got the equipment to make your home safer and more comfortable. Call Great Plains Health Home Care Equipment today at 308-568-8510 and take the first step towards regaining your independence.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to One Cope Stadium, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming, NorthPlattePost.com, sponsored by Wild Bill's Fun Center. It's 3rd down as we have some fans on the field.
Fans on the field.
Some fans on the field on this play as a pass to the far side. Going to go nowhere on the pass from Griffin Novacek, and some mistakes on the far side as fans run on the field. The play didn't call dead, but doesn't matter as the Bulldogs are able to get a big stop. And with that, 5:46 left to go and the clock ticking. 4th down and 17. Kind of lucky for the Bulldogs that play didn't get called dead. And now Jake Kraxel will now be deep to kick.
Okay, so this is Harper Whitney back there.
Okay, so Harper Whitney is now back there. We think, again, Caden Johnson was the returner in the last punt from Kearney and got injured as Jaden Dowse was taking over on the quarterback side. As Kraxel's kick, oh my, high boomer, drifting towards Whitney at the 30. He picks it up. Whitney now will try to make some moves. He goes forward, keeping the legs alive, and we gang tackled around the 40-yard line. So good little small pickup there for Harper Whitney. It's 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at their own 40-yard line as here they come yet again. North Platte High School's offense looking for their first score today. Thank you to our sponsors here on the Sports Zone, Kroll Clinic. Whether you're on the field, quarter, diamond, injuries can happen. At Kroll Clinic, they specialize in sports injuries, helping you get back in the game faster. So whether it's a sprain, strain, or something more, we've got you covered. So under center for North Platte High School, that looks to be Caden Johnson. So Caden Johnson does come back on the field, so that's really, really good to see for the Bulldogs. Alonzo Torres right behind him as he'll step back, roll to his right, and look to throw. He'll throw on the run, and it's picked up. Great pick up there on the side by, I think, Brady Hanneborg. And with that, he's going to roll his way out of bounds at around the 50-yard line. There's a flag on the field for pass interference on the Kearney side. But how about Brady Hanneborg in contested coverage there with one Caden John will pull it in for not only a catch, but I think a first down for the Bulldogs.
Oh.
So now we have
picked up the flag.
I believe they're going to nullify that flag. So 1st down and 10 for the Bulldogs at the 40-yard line for North Platte High. With 4:54 on the wicked fast scoreboard. The pitch out to the far side. Brecken Torres has some daylight. Cuts upfield and now bounces to the outside. He'll roll forward for maybe a 9-yard pickup if they give him the yardage that he needs. They will say 2nd down. And I think 2 yards to go, so an 8-yard pickup for one Brecken Torres. Second and 2. For this North Platte offense. They're driving down the field here with 4:22 left to go here in the 4th quarter on the wicked fast scoreboard. Johnson hands up the middle to Alonzo Torres. He's going to still keep those legs going, and he'll get it up for the first down, and maybe 4 extra yards to go with it. And that's a Bulldogs first down. They're driving here, Jeff Smeltzer, late in this game.
Well, let's put one in.
And with all the hard work they've done today, well-deserved if they can get a touchdown here.
Let's put one in there, dogs.
As Johnson under center as a man in motion. Steps back, looking to throw. Johnson steps up in the pocket, throws it across the middle. Great open field catch. I believe Max Negley is the receiver on that play. Maybe actually Brady Hanneborg. So with that, Bulldogs get another first down. 1st and 10 to Max Negley over the middle.
You know, we talked about it, and maybe it's off air that Bulldogs only had one player with a reception.
Uh-oh, and there's a sack right off the rip on the outside. Blowing right past Jake Kincaid on the left side of the line. Another throw from the Bulldogs. Gets thwarted right off the stuff. I believe that's Reese Bertrand, the Kearney player that stops that play. 2nd and 17 now, so what was a good couple of steps forward for this Bulldog offense now results in a couple of yard losses, 2nd and 17. Johnson once again under center, man in motion. He'll pitch it to the far side. Javen Reyes now with it. Reyes trying to pick up some speed, tries to spin around the corner, and big hit as he falls out of bounds. Actually stays inbounds. Might have collected 3 yards on that run. Javen Reyes goes from 2nd and 17 now to about, I'd say, 3rd down and 13 for this Bulldogs offense. Inside Kearney territory at the 25-yard line. Johnson under center. Now stepping back, Johnson looking to throw. Still looking, free rusher on the outside, Sawyer Schilke. Johnson steps up, throws towards the end zone, wide open. Oh, and tipped out of bounds. I believe in coverage, Levi Pofall tipped that ball out of bounds. There was a man open in the back corner of the end zone. Johnson had the right idea. Might have actually been a little bit better if he stepped up to run with it, but making it 4th down and 13 for the Bulldogs here. They'll stay on the field offensively with 2:24 left to go here in this fourth quarter on the Wicked Fast scoreboard.
Nice job of buying some time. He had a receiver open. Excellent defensive play by the Kearney defensive back that time.
As Johnson under center has a man in motion. He'll step back once again looking to throw. Sawyer Schilke on the outside will track down and sack Caden Johnson at the 40. The Kansas State commit yet again blowing up the play. A big sack and a turnover on downs for the Bulldog offense with 2:20 left to go. That'll probably do it for the Bulldog offense. And now comes the Kearney offense to probably put this game away, leading 20-0. It was a good-looking drive for the Bulldogs, but yet again some mistakes on the blocking. This drive in particular really costed them. And now what wasn't potentially maybe 3 points going their way now results in nothing.
Just couldn't stop the edge rushers that time, but when they can pin their ears back and they know we're going to pass, that's not a good look for the Dogs.
That's not what not their bread and butter is. Griffin Novacek will hand it off to Noctegal up the middle, and he's stuffed immediately by Carter Dishman.
Nice job,
the big
Dishman.
Carter Dishman with a big stop for the Bulldogs. 295. I think he's 6'5". 295 for Carter Dishman. Stopping Sam Noctegal right up the middle, and with 2 minutes left to go here in this fourth quarter, Bulldogs will look to stop Kearney one more time to maybe get something going in the wee minutes of this fourth quarter. 1:48 left to go. Each team with, I think, 3 timeouts. The Bulldogs have 2 timeouts remaining. As Novacek once again hands it up to Noctegal up the middle, and he is stuffed by this Bulldog defense. How about this defensive line? Yet again, Carter Dishman getting into the backfield. How about the Bulldog defense here in this game, doing a fantastic job of holding this high-powered Kearney offense to just 20 points, but that defensive line getting constant pressure. As it's 3rd down and 12 for the side of Kearney and the Bearcats. Here with 104 left to go. They're wasting as much clock as they can, which is a smart move. Again, the Bulldogs have surprisingly not used a timeout to try and get the ball back here. 3 wide receivers on the field. Novacek in the shotgun. He'll hand it up to Noctegal right up the middle. He will stumble his way forward to around the 40, maybe the 39. And with that, with 40 seconds left to go, Kearney and the Bearcats will now eke as much time as they can off the clock and then bring the punt unit on. Bulldogs still not wasting a timeout. So 4th down and 8 for Kearney. Here on the Wicked Fast scoreboard, 23 seconds left, 20-0. So they'll probably call it timeout. Give the Bulldogs only 5, maybe 6 seconds left to go in the ball game if they're lucky. But Bulldogs will start this season off with a loss, 20-0. I think an overall valiant effort. The defense really came to play today. The offense had some good moments, but mistakes yet again cost North Platte High School as they trailed 20-0.
Yeah, I'd say this is you got to be proud of the defensive performance. You're playing a very, very good Kearney offense.
Oh, yeah. And this Kearney offense put up, I think, 38 points last year on this North Platte defense, maybe even 40 last season. So to come away with only 20 on the road, with only giving up maybe 4 penalties, I think is a great start in terms of the overall logistics of football. So North Platte doesn't have to worry about their procedural things going into practice this week. So they're already a step ahead of what they were last year. But offensively, yet again, those turnovers that have really caused a problem, and they got 2 today.
Trying to figure out why they have a guy standing on the goal line.
So they have somebody on the goal line. That is quite a deep, I believe, just in case it sneaks behind Griffin Novacek, or if somebody's going to...
I think he's just going to down it. He's going to run around, down the ball.
So Novacek now runs around the perimeter. He'll throw it up into the sky. High arcing throw, and it goes out of bounds. And time will expire as the Bulldogs fall in game number 1 of their 2024 season to number 3 seeded Kearney and the Bearcats 20-0. Of course, we talked about it at Jeff Smeltz before that play started. I think a really good performance for the Bulldogs, something they can build off of. Yes, they can maybe put their head down a little bit just because they didn't come away with the win, but in terms of an overall building block, I think they're a good step ahead of where they were last season at the end of their game number 1.
Oh, yeah, game number 1. I'm just trying to look back at Kearney last year. They must have gashed us for 400-plus yards, maybe 500 yards, and unofficially... I've got Kearney only having 215 yards.
Wow.
94 on the ground and 121 in the air.
I mean, that is a great performance for this Bulldog defense off the rip, and they do deserve a big hats off to them and the ways that they keep doing things, because against Griffin Novacek, a returning quarterback for this Kearney squad who laced up the Bulldogs last season, to only keep them below 250, That's really good.
And one of their touchdowns was because a defensive back fell.
Yep, and that's something that could be easily fixed.
The other touchdown was a 26-yard drive. So, well, not the other. One of the others.
The second touchdown in this game was a bad punt a 13-yard punt that put Kearney in easy field position. I would have been shocked if Kearney didn't score with how good of a field position they had gotten in that drive. But to end the game 20-0, great building block and a great first step for the Bulldogs. Yes, we would have loved to win, but I think Coach can take away from this game a lot more than he took away last season against Papillion La Vista South, where it felt like, boy, we got to rethink about how we tackle. We got to really rethink about how we do a lot of the offensive things. So we had so many penalties, false starts, procedural things. To think that those mental mistakes, of course, minus the 2 turnovers that happened on the offensive side, 4 total, I think, penalties, and really not many mental mistakes, I think, is a good first step for this
Overall,
Bulldogs.
it was a pretty clean game.
It really was from either side. Yeah. It kind of felt like this was a late season game, if you're asking me, with how little everybody was, I would say participating, but how everybody was playing this football. It kind of felt like we're in a late season game for the side of North Platte High School. But unfortunately, it is Kearney coming away with the victory, 20-0 on the Wicked Fast scoreboard. So it's going to come down to our Quick Stop postgame show right here. Before we get into that, again, have you downloaded the My-Phillips 66 app? If not, you're missing out on so much savings with Wicked Fast. Wicked Fast is the most advanced and easy pumps in the North Platte area. Stop by at Wicked Fast in the Do It Center, by the Do It Center in North Platte, and start saving with the My-Phillips 66 app today. We'll step aside and come back when we do Quick Stop postgame show right here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming, NorthPlattePost.com.
Summer's winding down, but there's still time to tee off at River's Edge Golf Club in North Platte. Enjoy a round on their beautifully maintained greens, complete with modern amenities and stunning views. And when the game's over, treat yourself to an unforgettable dining experience at Another Round, where amazing food and drinks are served up in a relaxed, inviting atmosphere. Remember, they're open to the public. River's Edge Golf Club and Another Round Sports Bar, where great golf meets great dining. Come on out and have another round with them.
If you'd like to start feeling better today, physical therapy can get your health back on track. This is Dr. Chris Kroll at Kroll Clinic Physical Therapy, and our mission is to serve you by equipping you with the power to reclaim your health. Whether you're dealing with chronic pain, acute injury, or following surgery, we take great pride in helping you return to the activities you love. Kroll Clinic Physical Therapy, balancing bodies, restoring life. Most insurance is accepted and no facility fees.
Brandon is super pumped about Runza.
Runza is so sweet.
Especially all their desserts.
Oh, those are the sweetest.
Chocolate, vanilla, and twist ice cream cones, 4 flavors of shakes, chocolate chip cookies, and ice cream sandwiches.
Literally sweet.
Oh, I love your enthusiasm.
Well, I love Runza.
So sweet of you. Come satisfy your sweet tooth. Because from the way we make it to the way it makes you feel, Runza makes it all better.
Your family depends on you. That's why you work hard to make sure they have everything they need. With life insurance from American Family Life Insurance Company, you'll feel good knowing you've taken steps to protect what matters most. Now's the time to plan ahead. Let's talk about protecting your loved one's financial future and finding peace of mind you and your loved ones deserve. For details, contact Justin, 534-2400, or stop by 501 South Dewey Street, just south of Little Caesars Pizza on the corner of E and Dewey.
American Family Insurance.
Buying a car, it's not always the most pleasant experience, but it doesn't have to be that way. 23 years. That's how long Premier Toyota has been in North Platte community, delivering a car buying experience that's friendly, easy, and fun. Check PremierAutoplex.com first, then stop by your lot at 2600 South Willow Street in North Platte. Come see us. Premier Toyota for your next new Toyota or pre-owned vehicle. Premier Toyota at PremierAutoplex.com.
Where do you go for wings?
Dave's Place.
Where do you go for pizza?
Dave's Place.
What about cold drinks, a family atmosphere, and nightly specials?
Dave's Place.
Sounds like a sweep for Dave's Place. Pizza made from fresh dough, drink deals, and yes, the best pizza and wings.
It's Dave's Place.
Dave's Place on East 4th Street or at davesplacenp.com.
Order it, carry out, DoorDash. Dave's Place. Whoop, whoop.
Are you a fan of the Huskers? Is this the year that they're going to go all the way? Would you also like a free hot tub? How about your property taxes reduced? Well, this is Matt with Hot Tub Pros, and I can help with one of those. If the Huskers win the Big Ten football championship and you buy a hot tub during the State Fair promo, your hot tub is free. All you have to do is come see us at the State Fair or in either one of our stores from August 23rd through the 2nd of September. Purchase any hot tub, new or used, or a swim spa, and if the Huskers win the Big Ten football championship, it's free.
Hot Tub Pros, the pros you know.
Get ready for the ultimate fun day out. Start at Pregame Tap Room with a brand new menu you won't want to miss. Catch all of the action on game day with your favorite teams on our big screens. Pair the excitement with amazing drinks, and you've got the ultimate game day experience at Pregame Tap Room. And when you're ready for more fun, head over to Wild Bill's Fun Center. Dive into our action-packed arcade, knock down pins in our bowling alley, and gear up for an epic laser tag battle. There's something for everyone at Wild Bill's, where the fun never stops.
Great Plains Health Orthopedics in North Platte is ready to serve you with board-certified orthopedic surgeons and a team of medical professionals who specialize in hip, knee, and shoulder joint replacements and revisions, minor to complex hand injuries, sports medicine for both the serious athlete and the weekend warrior, new and innovative operative and non-operative procedures, and work-related injuries. Same-week appointments are available. Call Great Plains Health Orthopedics today.
Your health is our mission. Great Plains Health.
Get ready for the ultimate fun day out. Start at Pregame's Tap Room with a brand new menu you won't want to miss. Catch all of the action on game day with your favorite teams on our big screens. Pair the excitement with amazing drinks, and you've got the ultimate game day experience at Pregame's Tap Room. And when you're ready for more fun, head over to Wild Bill's Fun Center. Dive into our action-packed arcade, knock down pins in our bowling alley, and gear up for an epic laser tag battle. There's something for everyone at Wild Bill's, where the fun never stops.
The Bulldogs play here on FM 98.1 and 1410 AM, KWOQ AM, North Platte. Merrick's Ranch House is a proud supporter to bring you this game. Dine in, order online at merricksnp.com, use DoorDash, or call 532-8200 for carryout. Merrick's Ranch House.
It's the Quick Stop post-game wrap-up. Quick Stop never closes, with 24 locations open 24 hours a day.
Welcome back here to Cope Stadium, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming NorthPlattePost.com, sponsored by Wild Bill's Fun Center. I'm joined today by head coach of the Bulldogs, Kurt Altig. Coach, 20-0 a loss in game number 1, but I talked with Jeff Smeltzer during our start of the Quick Stop post-game show. It felt like we're on a much better foundation than we were last year against Papillion La Vista South. Last year, it felt like almost I had to return to the basics during the second week of practice. A lot of missed tackles, a lot of procedural errors in terms of penalties, but this season, the start only giving up 20 points, 4 total penalties, if I remember correctly, and not really one of them coming as a false start or an offside. I think from a foundational standpoint, much better start to this season.
Yeah, we did a pretty good job in lots of areas. We had some fumbles, but it wasn't like a one of those ball security things. It was just literally guys just dropping the ball for whatever reason.
Concentration things.
And sometimes when you get young guys in big spots and, and they get a little excited and their eyes, aren't disciplined and, they don't watch it all the way in. But, for the most part, obviously, you never want to lose a game. Defensively, we did exactly what we wanted to do. And, I told you the other day, we're not going to let them run the ball. And they came out, and if they wanted to beat us, they were going to have to throw it over the top. And, they legitimately have some of the fastest dudes in the state.
They do.
They just threw it up there, and, the guys made good plays. And, for the most part, defensively, we played really, really well. We gave up 2 plays pretty much the whole night.
One of them was one of them he just tripped and fell, so you can almost essentially erase that play.
Yeah, it was. It was defensive. Our game plan was pretty well. Offensively, we just didn't quite do it as well up front as we would have hoped, and they kept us out of the end zone. And it was again one of those games against Kearney where we give up points right before half, and then and points right to start half, and that kind of was the ball game there.
Mm-hmm. And I think you bring up a good point in terms of just how well you talked about the game plan, and we talked about during our Quick Stop pregame show and everything. It almost was falling right to a T, but yet again, those pesky turnovers somehow in the red zone always seems to trip you up here at Cope Stadium. But a lot of fresh faces getting a lot of that playing time. Of course, the fumbles come from Brecken Torres and Luke Borges, especially Luke Borges, who hasn't seen much offensive time at the senior level. So I think those are easy fixes and something that you can go into next week not really having to stress about, and I think that's what makes this foundation so much better than last year, is you don't really have to stress about a lot of the fundamental stuff for like the first 3 or 4 weeks. You can actually start to clean up a lot of the stuff that maybe, I won't say nitpicky, but a lot of the things that can make this team better right in the immediate term than having to worry about short-term procedural stuff.
Yeah, our fumbles today weren't ball security. They were trying to rip it out of our hands all game, and we were doing a good job. It was just that little bit of lack of concentration, which you just take your eyes away just for a second instead of having the balls in your hands. You put it on the ground, and they were big turnovers again. But those are things that are easily corrected with reps and just and eye discipline. Overall, again, we talked after the game. Kearney's a good team.
Third in the state.
They're ranked third in the state for a reason. I believe all 12 guys on defense for them saw playing time last year.
Yep.
Their quarterback is, he's one of the top tier quarterbacks in the state, and they have some tremendous speed. They were state champions in track, for a reason. And basically, that came from sprinters, and they show that on the football field.
Yep, and 20-0. So moving on to next week against Lincoln East. Doesn't get any easier to start your season. Team that finished 7-4 last season. They are coming off of a loss to a strong Elkhorn South team. So really take me through. I know it just got finished with this game. What are some of the things you're already looking to circle upon outside of course, just getting reps with a couple of ball security things that you want to improve for next week's first home game of the season?
Well, I think we need to, step up our offensive line play. I don't think our offensive line particularly played well today. Again, that's just on the field. We haven't broke down any film or anything, but and then just trying to get out of our own way. Mm-hmm. We did complete a few passes this evening and kind of loosened,
which was fun to see
a little bit. But once we break down film of Lincoln East, our job will be to figure out their strength and try to stymie it as much as we can. I wouldn't think that they're going to have as much team speed as Kearney tonight, but you just never know. So we'll learn from this game. Again, I told the guys they're a good football team. They're always well coached, and we said the only way they were going to be able to beat us is to run down the field and throw it as far as they could, and that's basically what they did. So we'll learn from this one tonight, but starting tomorrow, we're not to pull a Bill Belichick, but we're on to Lincoln East, and we'll get a good game plan for them, and it's always nice when those teams have to travel out to North Platte, and and they don't see a brand of football like we run, and we'll see what we can do.
Just square up like Omaha West Side did when they came in not expecting that type of competition and that type of offense. But before I let you go here, saw Caden Johnson get a little injured towards the end of the game. He jumped out for one offensive possession. You probably have an update on that. He came back in towards the end of the game, but feeling all right after that?
Yeah, he had just a little shoulder thing, and I think he'll be okay. It's one of those things. The only time everybody's healthy is when you're not playing football, and then when you get into the games, you get little dings, and I think he's going to be okay. And for the most part, we came out pretty uninjured. So we'll have a full squad getting ready to host Lincoln East next week.
Love to hear that, Coach. Thank you so much for stopping on by here. Can't wait to see you next week for your competition at home for the first time against Lincoln East.
All right, thank you guys very much.
As head coach Kurt Altick here, quick stop post-game shows. Bulldogs fall to Kearney and the Bearcats 20-0 on the Wicked Fast scoreboard. Overall in totality, I really loved what I saw from this Bulldogs team and the foundation that they have set to start this season. I remember last year when I got finished, me and Carl looked at each other and driving home and were like, wow, there's going to be a lot of having to, I would say, reset the focus, but really jump into the basics. And I don't want to blame last season on the weather, because we all know how horrible it was to start that year. But a lot of the practices got canceled last year because of the extreme heat, and a lot of the schedules had to be rotated about. So, the Bulldogs this season back to routine, and they came out and they played against probably one of the two toughest teams they'll play this season. Of course, Millard South later this year ranked at number 2 in all of the state of Class A Nebraska. So to only hold Kearney to 20 points and less than 220 yards of total offense, I'll take that as a W, even if in the real win-loss column they fell to the Bearcats. Again, 22-0 is the score here on our Wicked Fast scoreboard. Here in the Quick Stop postgame show, 27 locations open, 24 hours a day. Quick Stop always open right around the corner. We'll step aside one more time. We come back, we'll get through some of our game stats, and then we'll talk all things next week. We come back here to Cope Stadium, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming, NorthPlattePost.com.
Are you ready to embark on an exciting new career? Larry's Glass has been a trusted name in custom glass design for over 40 years, and they are seeking a skilled glazier to join their team. If you have a passion for precision and craftsmanship, this is the perfect opportunity for you. Install glass in commercial, residential, and auto settings. Get paid while you train for a new career. Stop into Larry's Glass at 211 West 5th Street, North Platte, and discuss how you can be part of their team and build a fulfilling career.
Can you feel it? The feeling of starting something new. The feeling of success. At Mid-Plains Community College, our instructors are ready and willing to support you on every step of your educational journey. Whether you're just starting out or changing careers, MPCC can help you transform your future. Learn more by visiting our website at npcc.edu. That's npcc.edu.
Buying a car? It's not always the most pleasant experience, but it doesn't have to be that way. 23 years. That's how long Premier Toyota has been in North Platte community, delivering a car buying experience that's friendly, easy, and fun. Check PremierAutoplex.com first, then stop by your lot at 2600 South Willow Street in North Platte. Come see us. Premier Toyota for your next new Toyota or pre-owned vehicle. Premier Toyota at PremierAutoplex.com.
PuroClean of North Platte delivers fast water, mold, and fire damage restoration services to the North Platte area. PuroClean knows how challenging those times can be to you and to your family. Their Nebraska-based experts have a winning, reliable combination of training and equipment partnerships. Local, fast service in the North Platte area. Their average on-site time is 60 minutes, and they'll coordinate with your local insurance provider. Give PuroClean a call now at 1-800-775-7876 and schedule a visit from a member of the team at PuroClean in North Platte.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to Cope Stadium, FM 98.1, AM 1410, a video live streaming on NorthPlattePost.com. Bulldogs today offensively ended with 179 total yards, 49 through the air. They were 4 of 6. Tell me the last time, Carl, off the top of your mind, when you saw that North Platte High School completed more than 50% of their passes. I know, a long time, right? 4 for 6, 75 completion percentage for Caden Johnson today. 130 on the ground, not a totally large amount for this Bulldog as we've become accustomed to, but 179 over on this Kearney defense that has probably one of the best middle linebackers in all the state of Nebraska, with Sawyer Schilke, who's committed to my alumni, K-State, go Emo. I think that's pretty good offensively. If you cut down on those turnovers that happened at the 25-yard line in the second possession, as well as the possession leading up out of the halftime, this game might have been a completely different game for the Bulldogs. On the side of Kearney and the Bearcats, they finished with 215 total yards in total. 94 rushing, held probably one of the fastest teams in the state below 100 yards rushing. I'll take that. 121 yards passing, 2 of those, and again, 79 of those yards came off of 2 touchdown passes. One of them was Harper Whitney, unfortunately, tripping on the legs of Caden John, and the other one was just Zaire LeGrone Miller just using his speed and running straight into the end zone on a post route. So I think overall, defensively and offensively, the Bulldogs played a fantastic day today on the ground. Unfortunately, though, in the turnover battle, Bulldogs had 2, Kearney had nothing, and that's where the difference really came in this ball game. 14 free points off of those turnovers cost the Bulldogs in the long term as they fell 20-0. Our game stats brought to you in part by State Farm agent Bobby Campbell. We meet you where you're at and help you get to where you want to be. Quick Stop postgame show, 27 locations open 24 hours a day. Quick Stop, always open right around the corner. Well, that'll do it here for the first game of the season for North Platte High School as they fall to Kearney and the Bearcats on the Wicked Fast scoreboard 20-0. They'll be back in action next week for the first home game of the year. Super excited to see that against Lincoln East, a team that finished 7-4 last season. The Spartans had a good season last year, but unfortunately they lost their opening game to Elkhorn South 35-8. So both teams will be looking to get back to 500 next weekend. In terms of our actual what's going on next week on the broadcasting schedule for sports, I got you covered right here. Of course, everybody's going to, I don't want to say everybody, but a lot of people will have Monday off due to the holiday. Carl, I hope you have Monday off for the holiday. He does have Monday off for the holiday. But we'll be coming in next week on Tuesday, September 3rd. I will be at Broken Bow for the start of high school volleyball. North Platte High School taking on a very, very strong Broken Bow girls volleyball team at, that's right, 6:50 for our Quick Stop pregame right here, FM 98.1, AM 1410 and video live streaming at NorthPlattePost.com, and then I'll be traveling on over for some softball at Hastings. Hastings duel against Lincoln Standing Bear. That'll begin with our Quick Stop pregame at 4:50 live FM 98.1, AM 1410 and video live streaming NorthPlattePost.com before North Platte High football welcomes an Lincoln East at home. Me and Jeff Smelter will be there. Our Quick Stop pregame begins 6:30 Central Time, live on FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming NorthPlattePost.com. Well, thank you all so much for tuning in today. It's going to be a lot of fun things coming up this season for the Bulldogs, but they start off in the loss column 20-0 against the number 3 team in the state of Nebraska, Kearney and the Bearcats. I shall see you guys all on Tuesday for more sports coverage right here at FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming NorthPlattePost.com.
An Eagle Media.
Looking for fun? Head to Wild Bill's Fun Center. Get lost in our thrilling arcade, hit a strike in their state-of-the-art bowling alley, and dive into the ultimate laser tag showdown. It's the perfect spot for fun, whether you're 5 or 95. It's fun for the whole family. It's also the perfect place to have a birthday party with their party rooms. Wild Bill's Fun Center, 1100 South Jeffers in North Platte, where the fun never stops.